nothing is working. No, you have to be a professional YouTuber for things to work or get sponsored. Now I'm kind of starting to understand how come all those Twitch people get caught doing crude things in front of the camera by accident. It is very hard to traverse. Yes. It's like, oh, I clicked a button that said end something, and now everybody has seen me jerk off. that one guy. Oh,
Oh fuck! I don't think I had any audio for my microphone. I do now. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're starting off with some tech issues. I think my audio may have been muted, but that's fixed now. I'm trying to do something in the background here, but since I already tweeted out the stream, I wanted to make sure that I got online. Um, my phone. This is the dumbest shit because my cell phone has no service in this room, and I pay for it every month, only to have no service. And so, of course, what DLive wants you to do is they want to send a verify code to your phone, and since I have no service, it's going to be a little while before I get that text message, isn't it? So what I got to do is I got to get up, and I got to go to the corner of my room and put the phone in the corner of the room so that I have service. So now you will be listening to me stand up, putting the phone in the corner of the room where I can hopefully receive this message, and then we'll start the game, because I'll just wait for the message to come in.
What, do you have like straight talk or something?
I absolutely have straight talk, but that's actually not the problem. The problem is this small-ass town I live in, because I can literally walk up the block and get 3 or 4 bars of service. So
You live in the state of New York, and yet you live in the smallest town in that state.
I don't know about smallest, but I'm sure it may be on the list.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know if you're well, I guess you're probably not since you're on it, but if you do happen to turn the stream on for a sec, let me know how the game audio is in comparison to our voices, or anybody that's in the chat, just because I want to still have the music, maybe to drown out any possibility of the fucking fan, but I don't want to have it overpowering either.
Yeah.
Anyway, to pick up where I left off, I was hoping...
Yeah, it sounds alright.
Alright, I gotta head towards this town, but unfortunately I don't even think I was able to buy all the good equipment before I left. We're just poor. We're struggling. The struggle is real.
I wish I could get those headphones that have the open back, so I can...
I wish I could get a pair of headphones that didn't hurt my ears after 10 minutes of wearing them. That would be beneficial.
That's kind of my trouble, because they push into my glasses. It's like I'm getting attacked at both temples.
Alright. For some reason, you make no money in this version of the game, and it kind of sucks because I don't know. I never really felt like I had a problem buying equipment in this.
It's literally the Dark Souls of Final Fantasy games, financial-wise.
You gonna get a job at Kotaku and start writing some articles?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, apparently they accept anybody, so why not?
Oh yeah, this is his first time back at the castle. He gets to wander around like old times. Time for some story elements. Yeah, this is a special castle. as you will soon come to find.
It will fly.
How about a rest?
Florida has
No.
really good cooling.
I guess I do have to rest.
I get absolutely no likes on my tweets ever, hardly. I'm just like looking at one and I'm just like, what's the point?
Are you not feeling validated enough by social media?
No, it's even worse when I press the analytics of the tweet because it says apparently 50 people saw it, but
Oh, you have to receive the code within 30 seconds? 1 sec.
Oh dear lord. Three streams going on at once, dear lord.
Alright, well there goes that. Because there's no fucking way I can get the code in 30 seconds. Oh, you know what I should do? I should have used my phone number for Google Voice. Wow, 3 streams, huh?
It's like the first episode of Elementary when he was watching like 80,000 TVs at the same time.
Well, I at least appreciate the dedication.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I get caught up, like, very rarely this happens, but sometimes I get caught up trying to listen to multiple streams just because there's like more than one person on at once, obviously. But I often find myself that I can't really focus well enough on one or the other, so it's like, yeah, I might as well just like listen to the archive later or something.
Me, I have quite a few people that I'm subscribed to, and some of them make kind of long videos, so I can never really get around to podcasts or anything like that. That's like 2 hours long.
With game streams, I rarely tune into game streams. I'm more of a sit down and play type of person. I guess that probably, like, that might sound weird to viewers, but, well, I mean, maybe not since I'm the streamer or whatever, but I guess I often feel like I'd rather just be playing. So if I do happen to watch a game stream or something, it's usually after the fact. It's usually like an archive or something when I'm trying to sleep, or, you know, maybe cleaning up the room or something like that. Something where I just can use some background noise. Podcasts, I don't follow many, but like Killstream I'll listen to live usually.
Currently on DLive, I am following you, of course, and Brittany.
I'm not sure how many people I'm following. Probably 20 something or so. I don't remember. I don't do follow for follow though. That's not productive.
I stopped doing that because a lot of times I'll make a tweet and then some account that looks like it's automatically set to follow you if you tweet about something. Well, if someone follows me, and I'm like, no, I ain't following you, man.
Come on, you can get some of that sweet engagement.
No. Well, as soon as I follow them, they'll follow me, so if I keep quiet, then they'll never know that they're following me, thus giving the illusion that I have a lot of followers.
Well, plus you have to have the wrong opinion, too.
Oh, yeah. That may be my problem. I tweet out things that are very, very safe and very grammatically correct and stuff. I guess I just need to put out a tweet that says, fuck you, you asshole, or something.
Well, I was thinking, if you're being safe, you could at least be accepted by the Transformer side of Twitter.
Oh, I don't.
But if
the Transformer.
Yeah, if you happen to say something wrong, then that might be a problem.
I have no interest in garnering validation from those weirdos.
Wait, can I talk to? I thought I can talk to the old lady.
You know what the funny thing is? They're probably very nice people in real life, but they have just stupid opinions about just that part of whatever.
I mean, it depends on how they behave in real life, I guess. But to me, it's like kind of cowardly to save all of your lashing out just for the internet. I mean, I don't know. There's obviously a time and a place for it, but it's weird if you're so antagonistic online and then you have a completely different face all the time in real life. It just comes off as kind of fake.
Well, I guess it's just a lot easier because it's like, hey, I can just easily just tweet out this thing and say, hey, this is stupid.
All right, we
Instead
need to
in real
go.
life, especially if you have a job, you can't really just go around shouting at people.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean by there's a time and a place for it. You obviously can't go work at McDonald's or whatever and start screaming about trans rights.
It's like, I may have a penis, but I should be allowed to use the woman's bathroom too. But yeah, I went to a pizza place with a coworker Friday, and we vented for 2 hours. We got off of work at 12 o'clock, but we vented for 2 hours about two stupid people in our department. And after that, I felt so relieved. I took 4 shits that day.
That's a weird conclusion to that story. That's all.
I was pretty shocked myself. I'm just like, my God, what is happening?
Is this fiber?
No, I try to eat an apple before bedtime every day, but still.
that should be one of those, the anime guy with the butterfly memes. Where,
oh yeah.
I guess it could be like venting for you'd put venting for 2 hours at the job or about my job, and then is this fiber? I just walked in. I hear about shitting. What are you doing? What are you doing? My viewer base is going down fast.
Oh no.
Hello, fellow Vicophiliacs.
Hello.
No, that's not the direction we want to take here.
But yeah, anyway, that's usually why I just share stuff in Discord, because I kind of want to avoid saying stuff online in a stupid manner, just in case I say something wrong, and then it's just like, oh yeah, right.
Well, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, you see what. Right, I guess if you insult the wrong person, you could get doxxed, like that particular kangaroo guy.
I mean, I guess that could happen.
Although I'm not sure who would come all the way to Alabama to try and murder me, but who knows.
Well, I think you'd have to do something very extreme in order for... so you can see the... I don't remember if that was visible before.
I mean, Tatters, he's already halfway there. He's already shooting off anime girls with revolvers. Is that Harry Callahan?
Well, to be fair, you were being a little bit degenerate, so
Well, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you have to relieve some shit so you can move.
I thought I was tuning into an AVGN video or something.
Oh God. I never really got into him that much, although...
Me neither, really. I don't know, it's just not... He doesn't seem like a bad person, it's just, I think the character thing has way overstayed its welcome.
And you know what's weird, even though he's the angry video game nerd, all, the videos that I've watched of him, he only saves his angry parts for certain things, I guess, so it doesn't get so over, it's not as much of an overburden like with a nostalgia critic who just screams like a rancid little girl.
That's another one, I guess, that's another thing that's kind of overstayed its welcome, but I guess they just, I don't know why they continue to do it. I mean, maybe you would think that they have saved up enough money from their endeavors to stop, but I don't know. I don't really know what their situation is. I don't think that James Rolfe, anyway, I don't think he just relies on AVGN. I mean, they post other types of videos, and I'm sure
Yeah.
there's other things going on in the background.
They'll just sit. Sometimes they'll have like a thing where they sit around talking about old movies or something like that. I did like his Macaulay Culkin video.
Do I want
Or
the
actually, he had
boomerang?
like 3 of them.
I'm not sure I really like the throwing weapons that much.
Well, once you throw them, then you can't get it back, and that money's wasted.
No, sure you can. This is the kind that you can equip, so it actually comes back to you.
Oh, I guess I'm thinking of like Morrowind.
No, there are like I guess consumables not the right word because that's for more like potions and stuff. But there are throwing weapons that are more of items that you can only use once. How many of these do I want? Mithril shield. I guess. Ideally, I would want one for everybody, but that doesn't seem like it's gonna. Oh shit! I shouldn't have bought that. I guess I could just stay in the area for a little while and earn my keep.
Oh yeah, Peter Fonda died recently.
I heard that, and the name is very familiar to me, but what does he do?
He's an actor.
Okay.
He did that. What was it? Free Rider. I
Yeah.
remember him as the guy from Thomas the Tank Engine and the Magic Railroad and Lucifer from Ghost Rider.
Oh.
I think he also did a cameo in Wild Hogs, but I was kind of like, well, that's kind of sad. He's kind of like someone from my childhood. But then I remembered one of those Trump tweets.
Oh yeah, somebody was pointing that out. That
I
was
like,
a pretty rough one. I knew somebody was gonna pull that into the light
something about locking up Trump's son in a cage or something.
with like,
and I was
yeah, with some unsavory individuals.
I'm just like, this is Peter Fonda. This is not the memories I wanted of you. Why did you do this?
Well, I think it's just important to keep in mind that most of the actors and stuff, they're gonna have just crazy opinions.
Yeah.
Mostly. I mean, I feel like the ones that don't speak out much probably don't have as extreme of views. So, or maybe they just have like a differing take that wouldn't be as acceptable. So they just keep quiet so they don't have to face any stupid backlash over it.
Like Chris Pratt, although he's been pretty vocal about his conservatism of late. And everybody's saying, "Oh, he's the worst Chris. Chris Hemsworth is the best one." And now it's the battle of the Chris's or something stupid. And me, I'm just like, even after that whole stupid video before Trump got elected that they all made about, oh, you need all these rich people to tell you how to vote or some stupid shit. I still watch the Marvel movies because like I don't give a shit about who they are in real life. Really.
That's good at least. I'm just tired of all the stupid. I mean, I don't really usually read. I don't usually read like celebrity Twitter or whatever you want to call it. Usually, the only way I see it is if people are responding to it or retweeting it or taking a screenshot of it. Other than that, I would never see it because that's not. I don't know. I just don't go to celebrities for opinions or whatever.
It's like, oh my god, did you hear about that one celebrity? He wore socks with sandals. Oh, the monster.
As much as I despise like the stupid Hollywood gossip like that, where it's like so and so did this, it's I would prefer to live in a world where they just stuck to the stupid petty shit like that rather than all of the political crap.
Well, did you know that Tim Allen was a drug dealer back long, long ago? And I'm like, yes, okay, we get it. And now he's Buzz Lightyear. Let's move on.
He used his herbs.
Oh yeah, and possibly some chlorine. It's kind of funny. You know how there was like the Tide Pod eating thing a little while back.
Was there actually... So, I heard about that, obviously, but was there anybody that actually got sick and, like, that's why it was a thing? Or was it just a rumor that got presented as something that people were actually doing? Because I couldn't find any examples of anybody that actually did it, but I also didn't go out of my way to search.
I remember seeing on Twitter, I think there were some people doing Tide Pod challenges where they actually did attempt to eat some Tide Pods, but I think it was just like blown up out of proportion just so, you know, boomers could bash the millennials or some shit.
Well, I mean, the other... I saw this stupid... There was like a PSA at the end of some movie. It had to do with something called the choking game, which is apparently something that teenagers do. I've never heard of this. I never heard of it when I was a teenager, so I don't know how real that actually is. But I don't know. When I see stupid things like that, like Tide Pod Challenge or choking games or just really dumb shit, and they put out these messages like, don't do this, these are the dangers. It's like, what person actually lacks the common sense to realize that they're, you know, this is not something you should be doing? I just kind of feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm cruel, but I say we just let some of these people go gracefully into the night. If you're that dumb, it's your fault. You shouldn't need somebody to tell you not to eat poisonous products or to choke yourself or whatever other stupid crap that's killing you.
But yeah, I think that choking game is real, and I think it has like a particular specific name for it. I can't remember, but yeah, that's an old one. I think back when I was like 10 or even younger.
Oh wow!
On the news that was a thing. So that's kind of an oldie. But I was thinking about the whole Tide Pod challenge thing, and the same generation that was saying, "Oh, this generation's stupid. They're eating Tide Pods." I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't your generation eat paint chips off the wall?
Yeah, but that was when lead was healthy for you. That's.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's before gas stations had to make unleaded gas because it was killing all their customers. Or, well, I think like the FDA or some sort of health organization was like, hey, you need to fix this, because the gas station was like, hey, we're saving money by not saving people, so it was...
Why am I dying?
Yeah, it's a consequence of living, you know?
It sure is. It sure is.
This Final Fantasy is getting too real.
Yeah, we're going down a dark path here.
That's why they call it Final Fantasy, because it's your final destination.
And yet, they've gone on for 15 of them. Well, no, the story is that the original Final Fantasy was like the company's last game at that point. If I'm remembering this correctly, it was sort of like their last chance to make a game, and it just took off, and then, you know, they were able to continue, and the name was already there, so they kind of had to stick with it.
Yeah, they couldn't do a swap like with Resident Evil when it was called Biohazard.
I don't really understand the reason there behind the different names. Like, why did they decide to call it Resident Evil in the U.S. over Biohazard?
I can't remember. I may be making this up in my own brain, but it might be maybe because the nuclear kind of
Geigus glove.
I guess, I don't know, but you know, I guess they called it Resident Evil because you're in a residence that's filled with evil.
I thought Biohazard was just like disease and...
I don't know, I can't, I don't...
Oh,
I can't
shit, this teaches you protect.
It's just that whenever Japan makes something, America feels the need to completely change.
Can I actually learn that now, though? Because we don't have the capacity for magic yet.
the same thing kind of happened to Legend of Zelda, where in Japan it was called Hyrule Fantasy: The Legend of Zelda, but America just took the subtitle of the thing, and that's why it's now The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they tend to do things like that a lot, but some of them just seem unnecessary. Like when it's a completely different name, I don't really understand it. It's like, why, unless there's some sort of copyright issue or something like that between the countries, then like what's offensive or wrong about Biohazard that American audiences just can't handle or something? I don't know.
Back in 2001, they couldn't put these two very similar looking tall buildings together because of 9/11.
This guy doesn't want world peace, he wants war. I'm beginning to think that maybe he has a point here. People are at their best when they're at war.
Yeah. Well, the economy sure did boom during World War II.
Well, you see...
Or at least our economy.
all of this comfort seems to be breeding people that are creating entirely imaginary wars now.
Oh man.
They can fight them from the comfort of their computer or smartphone. Mostly it's smartphones. I keep forgetting, because I'm just somebody that does mostly everything on PC, I keep forgetting that today it's like everybody does most of their stuff on their phone.
Yeah, I have trouble with my phone. Like I was trying to mute the D-Live stream while I was on Discord with you, and I couldn't find the mute button on my phone.
Uh-oh.
Like it wasn't even, like D-Live didn't even program the mute button onto the mobile version. So it's like, yeah. Also, it's a lot easier to share URLs on a PC than it is on the phone.
Yes, it is.
I could just highlight it, bam. On my phone, I'm just like, what fucking button do I have to press in order to get this URL? The share button. Right.
But then certain share buttons are like, do you want to share it on Twitter, Google, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. It's like all these different platforms.
Pornhub? Why what?
Okay, that I've never seen. I don't... What? I don't think that's an option.
Wait a minute. I thought YouTube hated porn.
It really just depends. Apparently, you just have to frame it in a certain way, and then you can get by the filters.
If it's trans porn, then it's
oh, no, please.
That's what she said, no please.
Sounds like not much consent is involved there. We're gonna have a problem.
Well, it's anime in Taiwan. I'm just kidding.
A little bit of no means yes.
Yeah. It's okay. They consent towards the end.
Just remember, this is all being recorded.
Oh well. It's okay. I have a profile with a toy, so they can't find me. I like how Necro censored out parts of his name. The asterisk.
He censored out parts of his name.
Yeah, it's like nah.
Did I miss
It's
something?
like N asterisk.
What, did he change
CR
it on Twitter or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I haven't seen it.
Making fun of the people who censor letters for no reason.
Well, they think they have a good reason, but it doesn't make it any less stupid. Oh shit, we're gonna die.
Well, it's better for the analytics. That's
And
what
I
I heard
haven't saved.
say when they censored one.
Oh shit. Come on, run away, run away, run away. Okay. Damn. I really wanted to fight that guy. Hopefully.
One thing I don't understand about Nintendo is with Super Smash Brothers, they've made these 3D models of like mother characters and other 2D characters, And why don't they ever make a new game instead of just, oh, we're just gonna use these for Smash Brothers and nothing else?
I don't know, but they should probably get around to localizing Mother 3 first.
Probably, yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm fine. Like, I'll be fine with the fan translation version or whatever for the rest of my life. But I don't. It would be stupid of them to move on to a next game, or I don't even know if there's going to be one. To be honest, I don't know what the creator. I think the creator intended the third one to be the last. There was a group of fans working on a fourth one. But I think they ran into a little bit of concern about copyright or something, and so they changed the name of the project. I don't know if they're actually still working on it, but last I checked, there were updates every once in a while.
Well,
If it ever comes out, it looks like it'll be cool, but I don't know if it'll ever happen.
maybe if they make enough noise with this fan project, Nintendo will no, we're going to shut this down and then immediately make the game afterwards.
Well,
Like
or maybe if they're too lazy to go through the creative process, they could work with these people, or like buy out their project or something.
Well, it's kind of like Metroid 2. They remastered it after they shut down the fan-made.
Yeah.
remaster.
Although theirs was 3D and the fan remake was 2D, and yeah, I don't know. It was a weird situation. I guess it's possible that they had it in the works for a while.
Yeah, there is some planning going on. I'm not sure how long it takes to make a 2D game compared to like a massive open world RPG.
Damn it, I don't have anything to cure zombie status.
Although if they did like one of the few good decisions that Sega has made and hired a fan to make something like Sonic Mania, I don't think that would be a bad idea. I'm pretty sure there's some fans that would love to make a good Star Fox game.
When was the last Star Fox game? I don't even remember.
It was a Wii U one, I think, called Fox Zero. I heard it wasn't too great. I'm not sure of the reasons, I just heard it wasn't. But Nintendo translated to them not liking the game to them not ever wanting a game ever again, so they never touched it.
Well, alright then.
Yeah, it's just like, no, we want a new game, we just want it done, not shitty.
Well, that's funny because one of the selling points for the Super Nintendo Classic Mini was that they were releasing that unreleased Star Fox 2.
If they took a break with Mario every once in a while, considering he has like 8,000 million games so far.
That's a big number right there.
Yeah, it's been a few years. So they could probably put out something else that they have within their, or some other property that they own. But usually the only games I ever see that come out for Nintendo is occasionally maybe a Zelda game and Mario. And
well, I kind of wish they would go back to like more of a classic Mario style. I'm not really big on the way the Galaxy ones look, or like 3D World was okay. There's nothing. It's not like it's a bad game. It's just a different formula. Odyssey, again, it's like it looks okay, but it's just not really the style of gameplay that I like.
Or Super Mario Sunshine.
Man, these status effects are absolute bullshit.
That reminds me of when I was playing Pokemon, and the person kept paralyzing me, and I kept having to heal it, and it just kept happening every
Like
round.
you just can't move, then you heal it, then they do it again, then you heal it, then they do it again. It's like, all right, are you gonna do anything other than status effects?
It's like, man, it feels like I'm part of a Twitter conversation. Nothing is going anywhere.
Battle drags on for like 6 hours.
It's like,
Your battery on your Game Boy or whatever dies.
oh god. No, I didn't save.
Where's my AC adapter, you bastards?
No. It's like the lights go out in your home. You can't see it because they haven't made backlit screens yet.
Man, son of a bitch. Oh, she's gonna die. Yep, you stupid.
Looks like you're just fighting a skeleton.
How is it that they're just so strong?
I don't know. I think of the same thing with zombies. It's like, how are they able to bust down a reinforced metal door just by lightly leaning against it?
Oh, you'd be surprised. There.
Apparently, the more brain dead you are, the stronger you are.
There's a joke in here somewhere about the term retard strong.
Oh god. Oh no.
I don't know. Is that offensive to the point of being banned?
Well, I mean, look at a sloth from the Goonies. He was pretty strong and autistic.
Okay. At least I have a free in, but man, is it obnoxious to have to go in and out of there just because of this stupid status effect garbage. I feel like if I'm getting my ass kicked out here, though, I'm probably going to at the destination that I need to be at.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't care for at all in video games. It's backtracking.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It really depends how it's done. Final Fantasy IV After Years, the sequel, they kind of went overboard with going through the same dungeons over and over. So there's definitely too much in certain aspects.
For me, it's usually I seem to always have this problem with like horror games, like horror action games. I remember Dead Space 1 had some backtracking to it. I didn't really take it before.
Yeah, just keep spamming your special ability there, you prick.
Oh, it's like he doesn't have to adhere to the rules that the player has to. He has unlimited mana.
I mean, he's just getting way too many turns.
I guess there's advantages to being a dead skeleton.
What's the use of winning the battle if only one character is alive?
Well, that's just a game of chess.
Needs more 4D.
I'm playing that 4D chess.
Should go and just smack all the pieces off the board and claim victory.
I launched a nuke because America.
Yeah, I mean, you can only do that if you're playing as the white pieces.
Dang it. What can you do if you're playing as the black pieces?
Nothing. That represents the inherent privilege and supremacy.
Could maybe their special ability is ask for free things.
Oh, boy.
You should give me a free bottle of water because of slavery. Which was an actual argument used, unfortunately, in real life. So.
Well, I guess we are living in a very, very funny world.
I can only imagine. This is why I don't work in retail anymore. I was just tired of stupid customers coming up like, why is the pump so slow? It's like, oh.
The worst policy is the customer is always right.
Maybe with what they order, but not with what they make.
Like, no, sometimes the customer is stupid and wrong.
You know, it's like, dude, I work at the cashier. If the receipts don't work out at the pump, that's not my concern. I can only tell my uppers so many times that, hey, this doesn't work. Why is this broken?
Why doesn't anyone care about anything?
What? I'm starting to feel like I don't matter in this world. My feelings are being completely overlooked here.
Yes, that tends to happen.
But I mean, like actual legitimate feelings, not the fake. Oh, I'm being oppressed because someone said something online. I don't even know what their face looks like, but by golly, I want them done.
You have to cancel.
Cancel culture. Hashtag whoever and so forth and so on is canceled.
I'm just gonna cancel myself.
Oh man. Just like Epstein.
Uh-oh.
That's the only thing I can just say something bad about Hillary and you'll get a visit by Jesus at some point.
That seems to be blasphemy.
No, he'll be alright. I feel like Jesus can actually take a joke. Unlike his followers.
Oh no. Oh, just kill a bitch, why don't you?
Well, I'm not sure that's legal.
I wish it wasn't, because then at least one of my party members would be protected.
You could
I mean, I'd actually be able to benefit from this for once, so...
You could press the dialogue option. How dare you hit a girl? But she was coming at me with a gun.
The whole battle just stops, and
like that.
then you have to have a conversation about it.
Just like that Transformers video where he punches RC right in the face, and they're like, "Come on, Megatron, what are you doing?"
That video is great. You should just send that out onto the whole Twitter community there.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, everybody has seen it. I remember I've watched the thing like 3 times, and I was still getting recommended that video.
Did you see if anybody was legitimately angry at it?
Well, I remember seeing on Twitter someone like posting a screenshot of the thumbnail because it kept popping up in the recommendations, and I'm like, okay, this needs to stop. I keep getting recommended this thing. It's time to stop. It's absolutely not funny, guys. It's just making fun of a really serious and real problem.
I don't know. I thought the my favorite Transformer was Safe Space. Because it was like the baby gate. It was so funny.
Grimlock was inside of it in like the fetal position, like, I can't even.
Yeah.
I can't even.
The can't even dialogue worked really well.
I feel like it gets pretty bad when you make one of the most powerful and most manly Transformer characters of all time just cry. I really like the very problematic one that was shaped like a rocket. You're problematic, and you are very problematic. What?
The cop Transformer, he just pulls the trigger instantly.
Oh, God. He's like, what? He said go. Oh, you know, it's funny, I sent that to a coworker, and then I mentioned that the next day, and he was like, "Oh yeah, he was a cop, wasn't he? Oh no, didn't even notice that."
Yeah, they snuck that one in there. Oh, Ninja Gear. That is the superior armor.
I still like the cop car from the first movie, Barricade. Instead of protect and serve on his thing, it said to punish and enslave. That has to be one of the few clever things in those movies.
Oh, there goes all my money. Stop selling things.
That's how I'm going to feel when I try and purchase Unicron. If it ever actually gets made, that is.
Ninja Gears, it's just good stuff.
Yeah. I'm reminded of, I can't remember if this was a real anime or not. It kind of looked like it, but they were like, I don't know, the guy was selling very, very, very skimpy armor, and they absolutely loved it and wore it with no...
Yeah, it's Bikini Warriors. It's a parody anime. It's like, each episode is like, 4 minutes long or something like that. It's just a collection of shorts.
I just thought it was funny. It's like, I have no shame wearing this bikini-looking armor, but, oh no, this underwear, that's just too much.
Oh, well, that reference is, it's just an image where it's like, it's just a sketch. One side says a bathing suit or swimsuit or something, and the other side says underwear, and the girl in one of them is like, here's my bathing suit. Ooh, isn't it, revealing? Look all you want, or something like that. And then the other one is like, you pervert, stop looking, die.
But my tongue will stop working. But I think it was a video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you might be talking about the one I posted. The
But I think I have also seen that as well.
The episode before, I believe.
I always like it in anime where the girl character like jumps into the guy, and after smacking him with her boobs, then all of a sudden he's the pervert, even though he was the one assaulted.
Well, that's how it goes. Alright, I think I was able, now that I won 7 of those knives in battle, so selling off those really helped.
They're genuine silver.
I gotta find the other stores. I don't think I need anything in the item shop.
Are you kidding me? This guy, all he tweets out is the word shit and gets like 24 likes and 2 retweets. That's
Well, I mean, haven't you noticed this about Twitter yet? That basically people will just be like, I like bread, and it gets like 7,000 retweets. And you're like, wait a minute, how does that... What?
I feel very oppressed.
It's just silly.
I'll have those moments. Like I did a meme that almost got like 200 likes and quite a few retweets on it, and then it just slows down to a grinding halt, and I get nothing, and my dopamine levels decide to just not exist.
Oh boy.
And
See,
it's like,
that's a
if
problem.
I'm not getting likes on Twitter, then what's the real point of living?
Oh God. The sad thing is that there seems to be quite a few people that actually feel that way. I don't care, and it's funny though. You'll see that there are a lot of people that actually care about that, because if you get into an argument with them, sometimes they try to use those things as like an insult, like, huh, you don't have any followers, huh, you have 0 likes on your posts. I've seen it done to other people, and it's like, why should that make a difference at all?
Yeah, it's like, hey, well, thank you very much, Paul Joseph Watson.
It's like, now I'm gonna go find what I like to do to those people is you go and find like a post that they would find extremely offensive, and then post it to them and be like, hey, look, this has 100,000 retweets and 460,000 likes. What do you have to say now? And of course, they'll find a way around it.
You find one of those supposed alt-right Nazis and say, hey, this guy has like over 1 million more followers than you do. What about that?
Well, then they'll just be like, see, all of this stuff is truly a problem in this country, and it's time to stop.
It's time to stop.
Looks awfully familiar.
It's like, okay, so first off, you were saying that you were better than me because you were more relevant, and then all of a sudden this more relevant person, he's part of the problem because you can't win.
That's why it's pointless to try.
Well, sometimes to win the game is to not begin it at all.
That is true. If you want to win, don't play.
No, don't play to win.
Oh yeah, I already went to the weapon shop.
If you don't want all your money gone, don't buy those loot boxes. Don't get Battlefield or Battlefront or whatever battle game.
I like the games free of microtransactions.
Yeah, especially when those microtransactions are trying to make you pay for a character that should already be in the game, like Darth Vader. Like, wait a minute, so I paid $60, possibly more, for like a Game of the Year edition or Platinum edition or whatever, and now I'm having to pay more money for one of the most popular characters in all fiction. Great.
I mean, the only thing I can think of right now off the top of my head with the game I actually like is Tales of Berseria. If you go on to like the Steam listing, the game, I don't think the game's that expensive anymore, but if you look at like the DLC, which is mostly cosmetic stuff, some of the outfit packs are like, one of them's like $12. Some of them are like $6 or $7. If you buy it all together, it's like $80-something. It's like, why? This is not necessary.
Oh God, I think I have.
Oh shit! I just attacked myself. What kind of dumbass move was that?
What?
I was trying to move the arrow over across to the other side of the battlefield, and instead I only clicked once, and yeah.
Oh my God.
Just punching myself, no big deal.
Why in the game do they make it where you can attack yourself?
Well, it actually, there is sort of a utility to it. Like if you get the confusion status or whatever, you can hit your character to break them out of it.
Oh, like just a slap across
Or
the face.
or say, I mean, this is a little bit meta, but say you want to get more experience. I don't know if it works like this in this Final Fantasy, but usually like they divide the XP among the living characters. So if, say, you wanted to level up one character fast, you'd kill off the other 3 party members and just have the one to get more experience. I think it works that way in this one. But I've never done that. In Final Fantasy IV, I've done it because of the part with the mountain where you start off at level 1 over again with the main character. But there's not much use for it in this.
Tales of Berseria, it's $40.
Oh, is it $40? It must have went off
40,
sale.
But, $50.
Right now on Steam?
Yep.
Holy shit. I thought it was on... I guess it must have been a sale, because I think it was like $19.99 or something.
Yeah, well, that might have been during the summer sale.
Probably, yeah. But then the DLC wasn't on sale, and if you added all that up... It was like $80. So now if you do that, it's probably even more insane.
Ironically enough, getting discounted games, I still spent quite a bit of money.
But I have the PS4 I also have the Steam version because I got it really cheap, but I have the PS4 version, and that's what I beat it on.
During that sale, I decided to get some of the games that I already have on consoles, but it's easier to access them since I have the PC right here.
Yeah,
Like
I did it for streaming purposes because it was before I had a capture card. But even with the capture card, it's just more convenient to be able to do it from PC.
Yeah, I got all the Batman Arkham games, including the prequel one, Call of Duty World at War, Dead Space 2.
How about Bad Headspace 2, starring Mundane Matt?
Oh no! You gotta cut off the limbs.
To shoot boulders.
Oh, well that. Actually, I think there is a weapon in Dead Space that actually shoots out a ball. But I think
Spaceball.
Spaceballs. Although slightly more dramatic. Also, pretty funny thing. I bought the Sonic Adventure games because they were like $2 between them on that sale. And when I booted up Sonic Adventure 2, I learned what VSync was very quickly, as the game went into hyperdrive super speed.
Oh.
When I played it and everything was going so fast, I couldn't even keep up with it. I was like, dear God. Like, I had to rapid fire the start button on my controller because it went through the menu screen so fast that it went to like the demo part of it.
Well then.
It was like going so quickly, and I had to look up online, like, why is my Sonic game out of control?
I don't know if I did that right. I forgot which way. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
But yeah, apparently turning on VSync just completely cured it.
I only tried Sonic Adventure once, and it was way back when the Dreamcast had first come out, and it was in a rent-a-center where they had like you could just test out the console, and I played it for like 5 minutes. That was my experience with it. Didn't seem like a bad game by any means. It's just I never had the money at that time to get a Dreamcast.
Oh no, it's not a bad game. Contrary to what a lot of professional reviewers say it is.
Do people really think Sonic Adventure is a bad game? I thought people liked it back then.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of. It's kind of a meme now, but there's a lot of game reviewers like Aaron from Game Grumps.
Why does anybody care about what that guy says? That's what
I don't know. That's what I.
It's like his literal username is Ego Raptor. It's right there in the name. Ego. Ignore this dude.
Or Pro Jared talking about how.
Oh, Pro Jared's not going to be talking about anything for a long time.
No, he's not.
But I mean that situation is pretty stupid. I mean, yeah, he sounds dumb, but so does his ex there.
Yeah. And it's so goofy because it's kind of a meme now where it's like, when Sonic was starting off, he had a good run with the 2D games, but then he had a rough transition into 3D, and I'm just like, well...
maybe they should respect his identity.
These are like the same people who suck Mario 64's dick, and look how janky the controls and everything on that game is when it first started out.
Yeah, see, I'm not really a Mario 64 person. For me, I had a hard time just accepting that kind of change.
But I remember Cadictorus, one of the reasons he didn't like Sonic is because, oh look, Sonic's just a rip-off because he's red and blue, and I'm just like...
I actually didn't buy a Nintendo 64. I didn't care for it. To me, there weren't enough games in the library at all, much less ones that I would even consider playing.
Yeah.
So I went with PlayStation because that's where Final Fantasy was going. You know, arguably 7 was not the best, but it was still decent enough. And I don't know. It was hard because Super Nintendo and Nintendo prior were my favorites, but it's like I'm not gonna just blindly support a system just because the companies previously, put out things that I really liked.
Yeah. Like, for me, some of my earliest memories with gaming was with the Nintendo 64. Not because I owned it, but because my cousins would have Super Smash Brothers, and we would play that, and also Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
I had no idea how to play the Zelda games because, I thought, all games were linear and just go from point A to point B, so I had no idea what I was doing. That's probably why I like those worlds.
Yeah, Zelda is interesting though because there is a linear path, but you can also do things out of order. Like in Link to the Past, you can kind of quote unquote break the game and go to different dungeons and stuff earlier. Oh shit! Am I gonna fight Gilgamesh again?
Ironically enough, apparently, like the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are supposed to be like the most linear of the Zelda games, and I'm still like lost. Especially with Majora's Mask, because I'm just like, okay, 3 fake days long of it's not even a full 24 hours in like real time, so it's like I'm not going to be able to figure out these puzzles this quick. No, not everybody's going to be saved. I'm not going to have the patience for it.
Is he gonna cast any spells? Ah, you bastard. That wasn't really useful.
But yeah, my first console was the GameCube.
The only thing I really liked about GameCube was the Game Boy Advance player. So I have a GameCube and it has that attachment on it.
I have that as well. I have my original GameCube. It's one of the few things in my childhood that I didn't stupidly get rid of to only buy it back later on.
Yeah, I don't really sell games usually. I mean, sometimes I do, but they're ones that I've acquired later on in life, so they're not really important to me. But all of the childhood ones that I have, I still have them from back then. They're the same copies.
You know, it's kind of weird because to me, I guess I'm not really. It's hard for me to realize it because I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm into modern stuff, but a lot of the modern stuff that I'm into, I listened to back in the day, and I'm just like, oh wait, no, that's turning into old stuff.
Yeah.
So when I bought I started off with Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, and that was kind of like a 3D platformer. When I got the Sly Cooper Remastered Collection, when I bought a new PlayStation 3 for higher hard drive space, I actually fell in love with the Sly Cooper games because I guess it had like a similar style to what I grew up with the Scooby-Doo games, just I guess more refined to some extent. And I realized there are some old games that I like. It's just not the ones that are always thrown in people's face, like I don't know, like Ocarina of Time or Mario 64 and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's usually a little bit after the gen. Well, I mean, I do like games from that era. They're just on PS1.
Yeah. I don't think I got one of the big boy consoles until like Christmas of 2009 with the PlayStation 3.
Keeps putting my character in the back row. Stop. You're making his damage useless.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Not a lot. I had to power through an entire marathon of Symphogear because everyone on Twitter seems to ruin it for me.
Just so I don't know if you know, but I am streaming, so.
Yes.
Okay. I always figure it's proper internet etiquette to allow people to know that they are live.
That they are that they're being recorded.
Yeah, they have their hot takes are on full display.
Oh, that's fine. It's beautiful.
It's too late for me.
Oh, it's way too late. You're doomed.
I talked about having a good poop one day, so yeah, that's what the comments are about.
We had like 16 or so viewers at one point. I don't know. I guess they're all in quiet mode this evening.
Yeah, it's weird. What I noticed last night is that it kept going between 16 to 10, so I don't know if, like, someone who's listening into the stream whenever they go over to a different tab.
I mean, I think maybe people were just, just... There might have been some new viewers that were just popping in and out.
Yeah.
Because I think Ralph tweeted out the stream, so I'm sure that there were people that were just passing through.
But hey, Necro, did you hear about that thing in this Symphogear where the person does the thing and the thing?
Like, the worst part about it is, like, I don't know, I'm not really, like, I don't really care about spoilers like that, but when it comes to Symphogear, I really don't want them to spoil it for me. But I have to, like, take my time when I'm going on Twitter. So that's why I'm never really all that active on Saturdays.
Yeah, for me, I only really care about spoilers if it's something that I really like, so this way it feels like it's like, oh, I'm going to enjoy this later.
I mean, I guess it depends on the context of what it is, but for me it's usually like, even if somebody gave me a really important plot point or something, I still like to see how it plays out, so I guess it just depends on the situation.
There's some things, like, if it's not spoiled for you, it kind of adds to your experience with it, kind of like with Beautiful Mind, when you're going through this whole experience, and then you figure out he's a schizophrenic, and you're thinking, wait, those people he saw were real, why can't they see him? And so you're kind of
wait a minute,
in
did
the
he
same
jump?
boat as Russell Crowe when you're watching the movie, like
Oh,
you're
no.
in his mind space, I guess.
Did he just turn into a dragoon? Is that what happened here?
A dragoon? Isn't that like a Marvel character?
I don't know. For me, it's a Final Fantasy class that has the ability to jump.
Oh.
I don't pay attention to Marvel. They're too woke for me.
Unfortunately, it's oddly enough, they used to not be so woke.
Oh no, I remember
slowly see
reading.
them.
I remember reading comic books in the '90s, and there was not heavy-handed modern day political narratives, and they'll just be like, "You don't really mean that. You just don't want any politics," or some stupid argument such as last night.
Well,
I'm about to lose this battle. I fought hard all this time.
Just like a blue-collar worker of the United States. You work so hard, and yet still you have no money.
This is not what I expected going into this town, because this doesn't even happen in the original version of the game.
We're rewriting the canon.
This bastard. Oh, yeah, that'll get you killed.
Of course, scrolling through Twitter, this person buys 2 Transformers that are clearly guide Transformers. And it's like, well, I just practiced my college drive at night, and I'm very tired, but I have new bots, and they're both girls. And it's like,
wait, what? Why would they do that?
I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, they made Red Alert I guess a female in Transformers Animated back in 2009, but
Oh, so is that is it supposed to be a joke based on that?
I guess, but the other one is Brunt, and he's like a lackey for Trypticon, so it's like, no, that's a dude. There's no female version of him. And Red Alert was originally a guy anyway in the original cartoon, so it's just kind of like...
What is going on with that fandom? That's...
It reminds me of Toy Story when that girl put like an apron and a little hat on Buzz Lightyear, and it was like it was at a tea party.
You mean to tell me I just used a shit ton of my resources, and that battle gave no money and no XP?
If I say no, did it really happen?
Oh, that hurt. That just hurt real bad. I should probably leave.
Yeah. I'm really proud of the reaction picture that I took yesterday.
That Pikachu thing?
Yeah, I'm just like snuggling up to my Pikachu.
It looked very hopeless. I'll give you that.
I felt pretty hopeless. That's genuine hopelessness on my face.
It's like one of those teenage girl crying photos.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a little bit more real.
Coincidentally enough, I took 2 different photos, and I was like,
Running them through Instagram filters to figure out, which one's going to look best.
with this one, it was the hopelessness, and with the other one, it was just truly a look of disgust on my face, and I thought the hopeless one would be... I then decided on that because I'm just like, yeah, this is probably a lot funnier. It just looks like I have no life left in me.
Yeah, that's always more entertaining in my view. Oh man.
And also, the only reason I have that giant Pikachu is because it was a Christmas present I gave my grandmother before she died like 2 months later. So
well, that's a little sad.
Yeah, that happens.
I suppose it does.
Although the other Pokemon one I have is because I was curious about the Build-A-Bear workshop, and I was like, well, that looks cute. I'm getting that.
Well, out of all the things to be curious about in current year, I think that one is safe.
Although I had to go through the whole process like the little kids did, and rub the heart on my face and kiss it and then stuff it in the animal, and I was like, well, this is just goofy.
I didn't realize, like, I've seen the store in malls, but I've never been in one, so I didn't realize how deep the process goes.
Apparently very deep. You can put like scented stuff in them so they'll smell like cherries and stuff. Or,
just put a cinnamon stick up its ass and it'll be good forever.
Before you put the stuffer up its ass. Or you can put like a little voice recording thing in it.
Oh, that I've seen before.
I was wanting to get the Optimus Prime one, but that one, someone I guess found that and they got it. But well. Also got a Pokemon card with it. Like a Build-A-Bear Workshop Pokemon card. And like, oh, that's good.
That's a thing?
Yeah, well, it's like a regular looking Pokemon card. It just has like Build-A-Bear Workshop in like the corner of it.
I see.
Like it's like a unique Pokemon card.
I don't know how wise of an idea this is, but I was thinking every once in a while to... I mean, I've done it before in small capacities, but I was thinking about doing a podcast stream with just open calls. Maybe interesting.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw some of the stuff Necro retweeted and I got...
I think everybody's scrolling through Twitter except for me.
Well, you have battles to battle and fights to fight.
Well, so do Twitter users, but...
Yeah, these are the best free-to-play games right now, Twitter and YouTube.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Look at the scope of this. I just completed a video about the Epic Games Store. I think we're gonna be okay.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to watch that.
I actually haven't looked through my YouTube subscriptions in a while, so I've probably missed quite a few things.
Well, there's a thing I wish I might have a video that I can actually use for it, but EA decided to be EA again just recently with Apex Legends. I don't know if you've heard anything about that at all.
I have heard of the game. Okay, maybe I'm off the mark here, but is that the one? Is that the section on Twitch that people were trolling hardcore, or is that a different game? It was something with an A.
Artifact.
Okay, Artifact. There we go.
And I caught almost all of that. That's how I saw Avengers Endgame.
I caught some of that, and one of the most disturbing ones was a person streaming bestiality, and there was a pig, basically. He was getting very intimate with a man. It got banned really quick, but it was.
Oh yeah, some people played Boku no Pico on stream.
Somebody was streaming Hitler speeches, which.
I like that. That's like their pinnacle of this is what is funny. Like this is gonna be funny, guys. Watch, this could be Hitler's speech, and it's like, okay.
I mean, I don't understand. Well, the thing that's funny about it to me is not so much the speech, but it's like that's something you used to be able to watch on History Channel all the time. Like they were literally playing it on television, and Twitch is gonna go out of their way to get like all pissed about it and ban it.
You know, I am gonna stream since I got a good group of people here. I'm just gonna stream.
Here's a very important question. Which kind of which version of the Hitler speeches do you like, the subbed or dubbed version?
Oh no,
this is very important, guys.
Well, I've always been a sub only person. Oh wait, that sounds really wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like
I did not mean it that way. I was talking about subtitles.
Don't worry, it's okay. We all have these moments. Except it's more prominent on Twitter. That's why I censored out my name. I got canceled, guys.
Oh, did you get
That's my
get
canceled name. I don't know. I'm sure I've probably been canceled somewhere.
A little bit here and there, yeah.
They always censor it. Like you saw that thing yesterday. They censored gamers, so I just decided, you know what? You guys censor my name. Actually, some people have censored my name before. When they talk about me on Twitter, they've censored my name.
That's just strange. Like, that's like the Mombot thing where people used to censor that.
And then there's people like, good thing Mombot's gone. I'm like, but Mombot didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't understand why that was such a boogeyman. I mean, I guess it was because they felt like they would get bombarded by followers, but so what? People with large accounts can't reply to people? That's just the dumbest rules I've ever heard.
They sent their followers after me. Like
they harassed me and sent me death threats.
Of course.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
This guy sent me death threats. Let's look at these tweets.
I don't know about anyone else, but I actually welcome the death threats. They're fun. Some of the best messages
are usually the ones.
Some of the best messages I got were the threatening ones. Like somebody just randomly sent me a DM that said "get raped" once. That's all it said.
Wow, that's straightforward and to the point.
Oh god!
I didn't even reply to it. I just laughed for like 5 minutes. Like, why do I care?
That's like the opposite of Sargon.
And I think, if I'm remembering correctly, they spelled "raped" with a 4 instead of an A.
Okay.
That's a different type of censoring right there.
It's like I know what you're saying. Why bother? If you're gonna go out of your way to tell some random stranger that, why not just use the word
in your DMs to that regard?
Oh, my favorite private message from like a YouTuber. You guys remember the Good Games Greg video?
I don't think so.
Okay, so he was a guy that I guess his whole thing on YouTube was making Blade and Soul videos. And then it came out that he was trying to manipulate some girl by saying he was going to commit suicide if she didn't send him nudes. And so that was what my video was about. And I think it was like 6 months after I made the video, I finally checked my YouTube messages, and I saw that I had a message from him, and it was like way early on, after I posted the video, and he's like asking me if I could remove it because he was threatening action against me if I didn't.
I've gotten a lot of those, or not a lot, but I've gotten one of those from Boomy when I did that thing on. I think it's like there's a big problem with Sexy Blimp or something like that. It's a live stream that I did where I pretty much outed Boomy for being an awful person, but also because he was harassing his voice actresses that he also never paid.
Oh, yep, I remember that.
So every time now, and this is from earlier this year when I had that live stream, all the way up until just a few months ago, anytime someone mentioned like how bad of a person he was, and then they would like tag me like, oh, go check out Necro's stream about it, and every time that happens, he's showing up somewhere to like tell Necro to take down that video. It's full of lies. And like apparently he's in his Discord still like always mentioning me about like how I'm a bad person, but everyone doesn't believe it because, you know, there's like evidence.
Yeah, it's like,
there.
I mean, if that's how you feel, if you feel like there's lies, why don't you make your own thing, your own stream, your own video or something dispelling the lies? But you can't because you're lying.
Exactly. They don't ever think about that in the long term, so it's just, you know, that's what it is.
It's like the Dead Parrot skit from Monty Python. It's like, look, see, he's still alive, and he bumps the cage. It's like, wait, you just bumped the cage. No, I didn't. Yes, you did.
Well, he's like, this thing anytime, and he even had like an alt account, and it actually got me a follower because of how stupid he is. He was like trying to start shit between me and this one lady. Her name was Father Bunny or something like that on Twitter, and I was talking about something like I don't block people or something like that, and then she quote tweeted it, and she was like, I don't know, I'm not so sure on Twitter because people will dox you and all this other stuff. I was like, well, you know, just don't give out your information, people won't do anything. And you know, we were having not really a back and forth, but just like, you know, oh well, this is how I handle it, that kind of thing. And then here he comes swooping in. Necro's a bad person. Oh. He's done me dirty in Discord and Twitch, and I'm like, wait, I know who you are. You're Boomy. And so I messaged the lady. I was like, I know who this person is. Just disregard them. They're pretty tistic. They're at the tism.
They're artistic.
Yeah, they are very artistic because they make their tism into an art. So,
it's a compliment, really.
I like how.
Well, yeah, he siphons money from the Patreon. I think he gets $200 and something, $280 or so from Patreon every month to make inflation, like ASMR videos stuff. He has voice actresses that he has that do that.
How is that a thing? What? I'm in the wrong business.
Well, you know, it's when I didn't even know that it. Well, I knew it existed before that, but I didn't know that there was like this weird lucrative business.
Well, I heard of the stupid inflation art because of that Gamergate, the anti-Gamergate guy who always used that weird gummy bear looking avatar.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but it came out that he was into some weird stuff behind the scenes, as it usually does. And yeah, that's how I first heard of the whole inflation art thing, because he used to draw it. But I didn't know that there was an ASMR version and you could get paid for doing it.
Oh yeah, the ASMR ones are probably the weirder ones. To be honest with you.
Hey, tell him to make some ASMR 4 videos as well.
That's kind of like it's all in a weird umbrella. So when you see it, you'll know. That's the only thing I can really say about it. You'll know.
You'll learn to recognize the signs.
Yeah, you'll learn to find the degeneracy at some point.
Oh yeah, like that one video you shared where that furry ate that human.
Yeah, that one was funny to me, but I saw it and I said, "Oh my god!" I had to witness this cursed video, so now you do too.
It's funny, in the back of my mind, I kind of knew exactly what was going to happen because you retweeted it, so I knew something bad was going to happen, and I still watched it, and I don't know why.
Three times.
It started off so wholesome, like the 2 Girls 1 Cup video, and then it just turned into something. It just turned to shit. Went south very quickly.
They do, yeah.
You know, I don't find those videos relaxing, like the whispering things, because I get annoyed by constant whispering. I always want the person to speak up so I can actually hear what they're saying. I mean, I guess some people are into it, but I don't have that appeal.
For me, when it comes to ASMR, I prefer tapping sounds. I don't know why. It's just,
I
it's
like
weird.
keyboard sounds. Maybe that's the next video I'm gonna make. It's gonna just be me typing away on the keyboard. I have a clicky
Oh,
one.
you got to get the bamboo keyboard that I used to have. Great clicking.
Ironically enough, guys, I have actually made a keyboard ASMR video on my ASMR channel that is long forgotten.
I did not know that.
It's right here. See?
ASMR Soundwave.
Is that what you called the channel?
Yeah,
Nice.
I thought it was
Oh.
alright. Made sense.
I mean, it kind of fits with, not only because it's a reference to your other username, but just in the in the genre.
Like I'm delivering sound waves to your ears while also having a profile of that character.
You know,
Exactly.
I made one ASMR video. Oh, hey. I made one ASMR video, and the only reason I made it was because VidMe at the time supported ASMR videos, like where it had its own section. I was like, okay, well, I'll just make one, whatever. And apparently, it has like this weird cult following among the people that watch my videos, and they want another one. So I don't know.
I'm gonna make one, but it's also going to simultaneously be a foot fetish video because I'm going to crumple paper between my toes.
Oh, okay.
So
you
there
hit
we
all
go.
the markets.
Yeah.
If that video gets 1.3 views, I think that we've made it big time.
Well,
Yeah, I heard that gets you anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 in ad revenue, so I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I would probably do that. I didn't realize I had Super Hot VR until like yesterday. I bought it during like the summer sale or something like that, or some other Steam sale. I actually forgot I had it, so I played it recently.
Now, what is that?
And Super Hot, it is it's a game kind of like a first-person shooter almost, where time only moves when you move.
Okay. I feel like I've heard
So-
of it.
So it's kind of like a weird like puzzle first-person shooter kind of thing. The VR element's the same thing. You pick up bottles or shuriken and you can throw those at people, or you can like use guns and stuff like that. It's weird, but it's one of those things that if you play it as a puzzle game, then you'll learn it every single time. You get to be John Wick. That's how I feel sometimes when I play it. I'm like, this is great. Especially after you beat the level, and then it's just like this weird Zimbabwean dude just goes super. Oh. I'm like, this is the best game.
I feel breathtaking.
I feel breathtaking, but that game is a workout, to be honest with you. So my legs, my thighs right now are on fire.
That's how I felt when I first played Guitar Hero on the Wii. Played that game all day, and then the next morning my arms were dead.
See, because I actually like play a little bit of real guitar, I could never get into those games because I was always like, well, if I'm gonna play that, I might as well just like actually practice. So it didn't make
That
much
reminds
sense
me,
for
I
me.
have the guitar, and I always forget about it.
Unpaid leave. So I don't know if anyone knows this story, but I was put out of work for 2 weeks because I'm a bad boy and I like to call out. So
Uh-oh.
I know the surface level of.
But you got unpaid leave?
yes, so we have this is going to sound crazy to a lot of people, but I only have 5 days a year that I can call out of work and get paid for it.
That is a little bit crazy.
And I already used up all of those days for like for taking my wife to her surgery, and I think it was like something
They don't have
I had
like
to-
special circumstances for things like that though. That's messed
no,
up.
they don't. And even when she had her surgery, I had a doctor's note, so that way I could be like, "Hey, I have a doctor's note because I have to be there, and like they need me."
Yeah.
They were just like, "No, sorry."
Nice guys.
So
That's the thing that pisses me off about companies, just a quick tangent, that they expect you to be like endlessly loyal to them, but they have no real loyalty to you.
Oh, absolutely. That's the thing, is like they don't use common sense when you're, you know, wanting to get stuff done.
I mean, I completely understand that there's some people that try to take advantage of things and don't want to work or whatever and, you know, game the system, but that doesn't mean there aren't situations that would genuinely apply.
Yep, and like, you know, and there used to be back in the day, and this is an old story from before they changed over to the company that they are now. You could just say, "Hey guys, can you support me?" And then you could just be out forever, and you'd still get paid. Like people would be out for like an entire year. They would come back, and then it would just be like normal again.
Holy shit! I don't know how that works, but that's interesting.
Good Lord.
Yeah, they abused that to hell and back, and so now they're like, okay, it's gonna cool it with that. But it never used to be an issue when we had the older vehicles that we were making, like the Chevy Equinox. But now we make awful vehicles that don't start when you put them off the line. So I just decided that I didn't really want to build them. So this particular Friday, it was before we had 1 week off of work that I actually did get paid for, and they didn't have us doing anything. So we weren't making any cars. We were just sitting around. You could like be on your phone. I brought my laptop and I was playing video games. I was like, whatever, this is boring. So that Friday, I was like, I'm not going to be here. Can I have this day, you know, without pay, but have it excused? And I asked them politely, because I start off polite, and then if I don't get the answer I want, then that's when you have to crank it up a little bit. So then you're like, no, can't do that. It's like, well, I'm going to be 500 miles south, so you might as well go ahead and get the paperwork ready. So when I got back, you know, it was a couple of days.
Yeah.
And then I think we got to about Thursday, I think, or Wednesday or Thursday, and he's like, okay, well, you are required to be out for 2 weeks without pay. And I said, whatever. And they asked me to sign the paper. I said, I'm not signing it. I'm not signing your paper. So that's how I got put out for 2 weeks. As I called
is
out
that
on a day
like
that,
is that supposed to be? I guess that's supposed to be a punishment for you, and then you just go back
I know,
to normal.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's supposed to be my punishment for being out, and I honestly see it as a win. I see this as an absolute win.
I mean, it's like it's an extended vacation. I mean, the no pay part sucks, but
Well, the best part is that I applied to do Uber right before they did that, and I actually got it. So if I really care that much, I can just go do Uber. But I'm pretty good on dollars.
all right then. Well, I guess that's.
But honestly, it's a vacation away from the bad things.
Now, I mean, are you at like bad risk of actually getting canned, or are they pretty hard to?
I kind of am, but I don't really care that much.
I
To
see.
be honest with you, because it's one of those things where if they do can me, then it'll be at least next year before they do it.
And you're just, I guess you're probably not planning on being there much longer.
I'm really not. That's why see, I have look at Unholy is like he has this weird love boner for Monroe, but Monroe's not here. Monroe's not here. I think he's hearing like either you or Keenan. I don't know.
Wait, what?
There's a person that thinks that you're in like our in the Discord. Okay, live the dream, I guess. I mean, if that's how you feel.
Wait, what's going on? I'm very confused now.
Someone thinks that you are our favorite femboy.
Oh. I mean, yes, I do have kind of a higher pitched voice, so. Well.
It's fine. You know, we all get mistaken for things. People on Twitter, I think people on Twitter think that I am a girl. Because there's vaporwave artists that think that I am, like the people that make future funk and the stuff that they use those videos. So someone really thought that I was a girl until they had to like they asked somebody else, and they're like, you know that Necro's a guy, right? I think that's how I would rather have it.
I've seen him.
Oh man. Did I ever? You guys saw that thing about me going to LA the last time when it was that LJ Montello person who bragged about never being able to be doxxed, but then they got doxxed like 3 days later or something like that.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't
What
think I heard
happened?
about that part.
Well, LJ Montello, they made a Kiwi Farms about this person, so that's out there in the ether.
The name sounds a little bit familiar. I'm just not sure who it is.
Well, I don't know anything really about them other than they hate me for some reason.
All right.
Because what happened was it was right before Anime Expo, and this person that I don't even know who it was because they've never interacted with me and vice versa. They blocked me, and I said, "Well, you can block me on Twitter, but you can't block me when you're."
Oh,
around
the
130,000."
whole you can't block me in real life thing.
Yes, and so they took that because they are real strong with the TISM. Said
That was a
"This
threat,
person's
right?
Sending out threat. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the threat. And I said, why would I do that? First of all, why would I do that on my vacation?
And why would you why would you publicly threaten someone if you had intended to do something? It's just it's the worst
Yeah.
plan ever.
Yeah, and not to mention, I don't know what they look like or who they are. So anyways,
Yeah,
but
good luck
then
then.
it goes a little bit further, where they call the LAPD on me before Anime Expo begins. They're like, I've let the LAPD know that this person is a risk, that they're a threat, and I'm pretty sure that the LAPD probably saw that and they were like, okay, sweetheart, we'll take care of it. And they just hung up the phone as they laughed their asses off.
Oh goodness. Are you Necro 13? No.
Yeah,
Right.
that's where that meme
Okay.
came from. Are you Necro 13? I was like, yeah, that's what their plan is to go around to every person in LA and ask them if they are Necro 13, because this person doesn't know what I look like, and even if they might know my name, then good luck finding the 130,000 people in a convention. It just makes no sense to me.
Yeah, that whole
you
thing
have
seems a
very
little bit
common last
ridiculous.
name.
But it was fun to me because I got to go around all of LA and say, hey, you have to give me this food because I am a wanted criminal. I get the LAPD called on me.
I can't use my debit card. They may find me.
Did they
I know, like,
actually contact the police or anything?
That's what they claimed they did. So,
But
I'm
what
just
what
running
would
with it.
I guess that's funny to me, but what kind of information would they give them? Oh, this Twitter account that I have no idea what the person looks like or what their real name is.
Yeah, that's what I would assume. I mean, that's all they really had.
That doesn't
Like-
seem like a waste of resources at all.
Yeah, and then because even if let's just say that their plan was successful and they said, okay, the LAPD knows to look out for a Twitter user named Necro13. My name's not on the badge,
But are your
so
pronouns?
they have to go
That's
around
the
to
important thing.
everyone. At the most recent convention I went to in Louisiana, it had Necro13 on it.
Zim.
ZZ. Oh, man, you know what? I thought about coming up with my own pronouns, but I'm just too lazy, so it's just, I don't know, real/not real, I guess. Guess that's how I identify. Some days I'm alive and some days I'm dead, so I can just alive dead.
There we go.
If you're wondering why the stream is pretty choppy, I don't know if it's choppy, but this whole thing is choppy because I'm doing a whole video render because F resources. I gotta make this video. And
What
after
are you
that
streaming
one's
to
done,
Twitch?
I think so. I think it's only to Twitch, if I'm not mistaken.
Did
See,
you
I
do
tried to
a D-Live channel? I mean, I know you have an account, but
I don't have anything on it because I just haven't set up anything for DLive. But DLive, if I can stream anime, I will stream it on DLive.
they seem pretty relaxed about certain things. I'm not sure. I don't know how far they go when it comes to copyright.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I would love to be able to stream watching anime because I will marathon an entire series as we sit there and just shoot the shit.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I was wondering how they are about sometimes I'm tempted to do like just a music video stream or something, but I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how they are about that. And I tried to get some kind of clarification, but last time that I wrote them, I didn't get anything. But then last night, when I was like, "Oh, did this stream record? If not, can you guys salvage it for me?" They answered within like 5 minutes. So I don't know if I just got lucky and caught them at the right time of day, but I'll
They're
have to try
probably
again.
watching. They're probably like on the days they're just probably not paying attention. But like during the nights when things can get bad, I'm sure that they're probably policing it. I would think. That's my conspiracy theory. Oh man, what is happening? Man, I love the fact that like tweets go viral. Like,
I often
not
find
mine.
that the silliest tweets go viral.
Oh yeah, there's this one where it's a picture of this model and she has like this weird, super tanned, like she's almost burnt bacon looking. And this guy goes, "Boy, I thought this was a Doberman."
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and so he has 883,000 likes and 177,000 retweets.
See, I just never understand things like that.
And I'm
I
like,
saw that
my
pic-
tweets are.
I saw that picture and it was so surreal because she wasn't nearly as dark in her upper body, and she looked normal, and then her legs, they just went all the way up.
It was Uncanny Valley.
It's like, wow, they really went crazy on the stretcher tool on Photoshop.
You know, that was one of my first thoughts was like, this is made up, isn't it?
The thing I saw people getting mad at today was great. I guess I didn't even know about it, but I guess apparently on GQ magazine on the cover they put some 16-year-old autistic girl who's like an activist against climate change or some shit.
Yes.
And somebody made a meme off of it, like one of those, the style of sort of the like when they do like the Perfect Girlfriend or something.
Yes.
They sort of did that where they have like the different phrases on the sides, and it was just completely offensive. It was great how angry they were getting over it. It's like, you guys just fall for the dumbest stuff and get mad about it every time. It's like going fishing with a 0% failure rate. That was a weird way to say it, because I could have just said 100% success, but
I mean,
it still comes across.
Tomato.
Yeah. Oh shit, I just attacked myself again.
One of the best things that come out of Twitter today, for me personally, which was also the best thing to come out of YouTube today, besides Rag's new video, which I thought was mind-blowing. It was, and by mind-blowing, I mean the furries are at it again.
Uh-oh.
So Rags' video today was about furries versus gamers, which there's a guy that was a furry saying how like he was going to be fair in his assessment between the furries and gamers and their perception, like the perception based around them, like online or in real life.
I definitely trust this.
Yeah, and so yeah, that's the thing is like this furry is going to tell us about furries versus gamers and be quote fair about it. Ultimately, he pretty much gave every single good point that he could to the furries. Shocker, I know. And and when it came to like the gamers, he was like, "Oh well, I mean, gamers are they're generally toxic." And
I'm interested as to how it's possible to, at this point in society, how it's possible to generalize gamers like that when there's such a large amount of people that play video games. And even by their own logic, they do the whole, oh, well, 50% of gamers are women. So it's like, oh, so now women are toxic.
that's been wildly
disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's like a whole, they include like mobile gaming and shit like that, Candy Crush. So that's how they came up with that statistic. But it's just funny how they simultaneously believe those two things.
Yeah, and the video that I'm going to be working on, because I just did this one, it's going to be the sexism in video games that I told you about last night. And it's from a TED Talk from, I think, last year.
Oh, TED Talk is like the cancer of the universe.
There is only one good TED Talk, and it is the one about Monopoly. And I didn't watch the whole thing all the way through because I think it was like pretty long. But the one where the guy was showing off how people how they act when they have more money in Monopoly versus not having any money in Monopoly, and like something about that like translating into like real life. And I thought that one was pretty interesting. But that's like the only TED Talk that I've ever seen. That is also the only good TED Talk that I've ever seen.
See, I guess my perception is a bit clouded because the only ones that I've ever seen people promote are like more of the social justice oriented ones.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it's always a ruination for me. This is the bad guy says this is why 4chan does shit like OK sign equals white supremacist. Oh, okay, like I see what he's getting at because the whole meme thing we were talking about before.
Yeah, I love it.
Like, yeah, they made milk racist.
Yeah, they made as soon as they say, well, the hacker site, the hacker known as 4chan, that hacker site, and it's just, regular people that probably just go on there to shitpost freely, and that's their right.
And find Shia LaBeouf's flag.
Oh my god, yeah, they hate Shia LaBeouf.
Man, they really... like I've never even really used that site, but that was hilarious.
Used flight patterns and a car horn to find that flag.
Yeah, they found like the smallest details.
The flight map thing was hilarious. That's the part that really got me.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow, they went full like action movie with this shit. they
should have just like dropped a guy in by paratrooper.
I really wish that they would use that. They should use something like that to like, I don't know. If they can find that kind of stuff out, then there's no limit to what they can do. But instead, they post pictures about, I don't know, animals. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I just
like if only you would use your powers for good.
Kind of.
I mean, that was sort of using the powers for good. So that's one example.
You will not divide us.
I could only imagine his self-esteem when they were able to actually find that flag and just be like, how in the hell did they do it?
Man, Shia LaBeouf he's an enigma. I feel like it.
Enigma wrapped in a burrito.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot that's going on in his own little universe, but.
Like that one time he starred in a movie and only one or two people went to see it.
Well, that's a lot of celebrities that just have lost their friggin' minds.
I hate this grinding, by the way. I'm doing very similar to you. I'm doing a grind session with absolutely no results.
Yeah, I've actually improved a little bit. The money issue has kind of gone away. I'm still getting a little bit beat up, but. At least now I was able to replenish my items.
I just need to get this event gun. Right now, the Valhalla event is going on, and I need that gun.
I was hoping to make some more story progress. I didn't realize I was going to have to do all this grinding stuff.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. That's the thing I was going to get to. This is the segue into it. So I go to my YouTube Creator Studio app every so often.
Yeah.
And I don't check it that often. Like if I make a video, then I'll probably check it like the next day or earlier, like later on that day or something, just to see how the video's doing in views. So, I just like to see. But I went to my comments, like it shows you like the first 3 comments that are the most recent. One of them was on Mother's Basement Hates Goblin Slayer video. And it was from a day ago, because this is how often I check it. He says, why is this a thing you're even mad at? And he spelled "you're" wrong.
Of course.
It's just a video of how he feels like the scene wasn't handled well. Yes, you might disagree with that, but that's just your opinion.
So what is Mother's Basement? The authority on? That's such a dumb take.
Well, I mean, that's all I put out there is my opinion.
It's all opinion. I mean,
yeah.
Why is he correct?
It was his opinion that it just wasn't good.
It's like, but his opinion is correct because you agree with it. And I still completely disagree with the whole, it wasn't a good scene thing. I mean, nobody is arguing. Anybody that I've seen that is making that claim has not argued that point well, as we saw in the Goblin Slayer stream that we had a while back.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, that was fun.
I mean, if I can handle the Punisher's entire family getting murdered, then I can handle Goblin Slayer.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't get guests often, but when I do, there's some interesting people.
No, absolutely. That guy, like, he never could really explain what he didn't like about it, and that's generally what people do.
Well, it was
like,
irresponsible. How? I don't know. It just was.
He left the milk on the counter.
It's like how. So I mean, I'm pretty sure we tried a few times to get him to try to explain how you would portray that scene, quote unquote, responsibly, or in a way that wouldn't be, you know, too offensive to include. But I don't remember getting any kind of clarification there.
For me, I kind of, when you had that guest, I kind of cheated a little bit, and I was just kind of coming in and out every like 30 minutes or so, and I'm just like, 2 hours? Are you fucking kidding me? And then it turned it.
Well, were you there for the 5-hour extravaganza with Mr. Prude Culture?
Yeah. Wait, maybe. I don't know.
You'd remember.
Sometimes your guests' Google Hangouts don't work, quote unquote.
Well, that's another thing. Like, that guy had tech issues for like a half hour before I actually got him in the stream.
Or the mint guy, or the diaper guy.
The mint guy never came. Well, he was there for like 2 seconds, and then he was gone because he apparently couldn't work Discord. But he was the gaming philosopher, so.
He was very slow in his speech. By the time he finished a sentence, I forgot what he was talking about at the beginning of the sentence.
Yeah.
Some people seemed very upset that I did a stream responding to that video. They're like, "Oh, you sure showed that retard." I'm like, that wasn't really the point. It was just kind of to have fun with it. It's like nobody really makes those kind of videos in response to mine. So when one shows up, it's kind of funny to just go through it and see what they have to say.
Well, you made that British guy cry. So that was pretty fun.
That was pretty funny.
Oh, you know what? There's actually, like, I think I looked the other day because I was talking to someone, but I was like, I wonder how many responses there are to me. And like I said, there's like, that I know of, there's about maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, so the only way that I found out about this one is because he actually posted in my comment section that he was making one. That's the only reason I ever knew. Otherwise, I would have never known.
Oh, people, this one guy told me that he was going to do one, and he never did one. I was like, well, that's great. I probably won't watch it, though, because I know what I said, but I stand behind everything that I said.
Yeah, I don't have much interest in getting into those, like, back and forths where they do, like, video inception, response within a response within a response.
Yeah, that's, oh boy, that was the worst time I've ever had. When someone, like, it was Doodle Tones, it was Doodle Diapers, where they they made a video, and it's like an hour long or something like that, but it was because I made a video responding to Joey's video, and so they made a response to my video, so they left all of that stuff in there. They didn't make any points other than, you're not with the LGBTQ, and I said, I'm not even going to fight this uphill battle because it's never going to work.
I hate those. I hate those accusations that it's like it tries to put you on the defensive, and it makes the only way that you can win it, which is not really a victory in my view, is to kind of have to like pander and be like, oh, I actually support this. And it's like, no, you're not going to force me into saying stupid crap like that. You either look at all the opinions that I've put out there individually and, you know, take what you will from that, or get lost. I don't have to blindly support an entire group. Like, get out of here with that shit.
There was what was it? There was somebody that did it was Joey. Yeah, it's all the comments from the Joey video where it was like my Christmas special, where he was talking about how people always use this, well, opinions change. And I said,
sometimes.
Opinions do, yes, sometimes opinions do change. I will give you that. But there was a part of contention in the entire video where he was like talking about how English voice actors sound like they're untrained and they don't really contribute anything, like, for the most part. I'm just paraphrasing.
Okay.
But essentially he was just like, American voice actors are crap. And he said that in his first video, well, one of his first videos, many years ago, when he was a nobody YouTuber. that was shilling out his WordPress that you could go read all of his reviews and stuff on. And I remember what he said because I put it in the video. And then years later, the same voice actor that he said sounded like crap in multiple roles, by the way. He comes back and says, "Oh, he has the voice of an angel." I said, "Wait a minute."
Okay, that's quite the turnaround.
I was like, that doesn't really happen. Like, if I don't like Tom Cruise 10 years ago, and I don't like him now, I'm pretty much staying consistent. But if I said, he's kind of grown on me, whatever, I wouldn't say like, man, Tom Cruise is a shit actor, and then 10 years later, oh my god, he is so god tier.
I feel like if you somehow ended up feeling that way, it would require a little bit of an explanation, like how you came from one side of the spectrum all the way to the other. Like,
Well,
what is it
no
that
one
suddenly
can
made you a
they can
fan?
never do that. They're just like, oh, well, we all say, we all have stupid opinions when we're young. And I'm like, no, I don't like celery when I was a kid, and I think it's terrible. And I'm an adult, and I think that celery is still terrible,
It's water in a green stick.
and it's awful. Just thinking about it, it's making me gag a little bit.
Try to put peanut butter on it.
Then you're just adding peanut butter to water.
It's a very odd combination.
It is very weird, and it's just so hard to get the peanut butter on there because you're putting a cold thing, and then it makes it all stiff, and it's like, oh,
Whoa, what are we talking about? You still talking about
this
celery
is-
and peanut butter?
Took a left turn.
oh man. Well, apparently, according to Necro's comments, I'm the femboys here, so I have to
Oh,
be
yeah.
as dirty as Dimitri.
I see.
That won't ever happen.
Oh god.
This, oh boy. I don't know if I told you this story because you weren't there at Anime Expo, but Monroe stayed at the apartment that we had rented out right there on it's 8th and Hope Apartments. So every night around 2 o'clock in the morning, which would be 4 o'clock in the morning for us in Central Standard Time, Monroe would come rolling in. Like, he would like blow up my phone, like, because they were standing outside, because we only had like one key, and I wanted to desperately get another one so that way they could roll as a group or whatever. But every morning at 2 a.m. he would call me up, or he'd be knocking on the door, and I'd have to go and let him in, so I would look like a zombie the whole time. So every time I interacted with him, because this was my first time seeing him in person, I would just look, okay, come on, let's go on, get in. And it's just like that the whole time. It was bad. So every morning, 2 o'clock, I knew what time it was. I was like, I have to keep my phone on me and not like keep it on silent. That kind of didn't help, but it happened. So the whole time that I was in LA, I was just completely exhausted. But we had a comfy bed. Can't really complain.
So he just randomly come knocking out on your door at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 'cause, like, he stayed there. Like, when he got there, like, the first night, I had to like go all the way down to the lobby, and then bring him up to the room. But after that, it was just like he would go, like, pretty much partying. I don't want to put his business out there, but he found out that you can never be too safe in Los Angeles at night. It's a very
Oh, God.
valuable lesson.
Yeah, I could imagine.
I mean, he talked about it on screen, but I would, I'd rather him say that, to be honest.
Uh-oh.
Well, because it was a funny misunderstanding, because I thought that he was like, I can't remember the way that he said it. It was because I thought he said drunk, but I did not realize that there was no K at the end. It was 2 G's and an ED. And I was like, oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, he's already said it on stream. He can crucify me for this later. I know he'll come knocking on my door again. But he went out to when it was some weird street rave. And of course, I'm an old boomer, so I don't have any business being out in LA that late at night unless I'm going to a bar to drink, and then it's right around the corner because you don't want to be out in LA pretty much at any time of the night. So he's at this street rave, and someone slipped something into his drink.
Oh, jeez.
And I assume they did it under the pretense that they thought that Monroe was a girl, which
Oh, dear.
it's you would almost think that that Monroe is a girl that you saw. Like seeing him in person, and this is the weirdest way I can put this. Seeing Monroe in person, very thick. And people like toss around, oh man, they're thick, and they use it in like the weird way. No, Monroe is thick and shorter than I am, as you can tell. But
I think shorter than me.
Are we doing a height stream again? Is that just going to Battle of the Manlets? Is that what's going to happen?
Oh no.
He's very adorable sized. That's my statement to that. So it was just kind of like this weird thing that I had to go and let them in like the first night, like from the lobby. But after that, 2:00 in the morning, they were there. But Monroe got to experience what death is like almost, because up on the 20th floor where we stayed at, as you may know, there were earthquakes out there.
Oh yeah.
So the first earthquake, I did not feel. No one felt it inside the convention center. So, so when my wife calls me, she's like, "Oh my God, we're having an earthquake," and I'm just like, "What the hell are you talking about? There's no earthquake. I can't feel anything." And they're up on the 20th floor, and as you know how like vibrations work, it's like the floor is shaking, so it gets even more intense the higher you go up. So they're on the 20th floor, and they thought that they were going to fall out of the building entirely. Like they thought like all the stuff in there was going to break or whatever. And I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but apparently it was a world-ending event. And Monroe, I think, was in bed when that was happening.
Right.
But he came like running out of the room. He's like, "What's happening?" I was on the ground level. I didn't feel a thing. Now, the second earthquake I did feel, and the only way I can really describe how it feels to like experience an earthquake is I thought that I was on a boat at first. Like when you're on choppy waters a little bit, like you get a little bit of sway in there.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually felt an earthquake. Supposedly there have been a couple of small ones around here, but I've just never. I guess I've never been in the area, the right area to feel the after effects. Yeah, I wanted to get the chainsaw first before I finished the quest at hand.
Yeah, ours was the one that we felt was it was out like past Bakersfield, which is like a little bit more north than LA is, like from where we were at. But that one was apparently like either like a 7 or it was really close to a 7. But I think that like the thing that was going around was it was like a military base or something like that they had like weapons stored in. It was weird.
Huh.
But that's what the conspiracy theory is. Even when I saw like my therapist doctor guy, because I hate going into work every single day for the rest of my life. So I talked to him, and I was telling him, like, yeah, we were in LA like a month or so ago, and he was just like, "Oh, did you get those earthquakes?" And I was like, "Yeah, it was a weird something that was happening." And then he was like, "I have a conspiracy theory," and he's just telling me the whole thing that I just told you.
This should be interesting.
I was like, "Yeah, that's probably about right."
Oh, isn't there
It's like a weapons depot or something like that, or some kind of like military base.
Well, is it if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time with those earthquakes? Isn't there some sort of spore or something or fungus that you can contract that can make you sick?
I have no idea. There's virtually no earthquakes on this side of the country. So
wait, wasn't this?
I think
shit.
I mean, there are some, but they're not like the ones near the
Yeah, I think it's specific. I think it's specific to California, if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually like caught up in this conversation and not paying attention to what the hell I'm doing, so I'm just kind of going back and forth.
Jumped out the window.
No, it wouldn't let me go. It wouldn't let me go over. I know you're supposed to jump between the buildings and whatnot, but it wouldn't let me towards the window.
So I just want you guys to be prepared that if you go to Anime Expo next year, there might be a great flood. That's kind of what we've all in the community have said, like collectively, is that last year they had a heat wave where it's like 100-something degrees, which honestly it probably doesn't even feel all that bad because like you were able to wear a hoodie out in the 80 degrees that was happening at Anime Expo this past year. And so this year we just had, these earthquakes, whatever. And so next year we assume that it's just going to be a flood. Now, how realistic that is, I have no idea. But it would be funny to see that revelation come true. I should probably tweet that I'm like streaming right now. Thoughts? It's just.
How long has it been?
It's been a little too late. It's 40 minutes.
Whoopsie.
Oh god.
All right, I gotta try to.
See, I don't have to bring floaties.
I don't think this is
Someone
the
in
right
my
way.
chat says to bring it, and I was like, well, there's like surf shops around, Santa Monica Pier and stuff like that I could get stuff like that at.
Where is the building where the guys are like all going up the stairs? I thought that was the one I was supposed to go in. I feel like I'm wandering a little bit aimlessly at this point for some reason.
Speaking of,
Of course, this is the T edition version, so they may have changed the. They may have changed some things. Oh, here we go.
Dragon Quest. Speaking of retro games, Dragon Quest, the hero on Super Smash Brothers Ultimate is banned from tournaments.
I saw that, but
Australia.
I didn't look into why. What is the deal?
It's because they feel that it's against the integrity of the tournament or against competition because his attacks are RNG based.
Okay.
That's very strange.
Knock Simulator reliance.
There's I think I saw a tweet about that where
What a world.
like, the guy was kind of mocking them, and he's like, "Hey, a suggestion for you," and it was one of the characters just using the shield. Like, hey, you can block his attacks this way.
Man, like the whole thing is like there's other fighting games that are completely like or there's characters that aren't banned in tournaments that are RNG based. It's just that this one I guess is like the more popular one, so they don't want it to be RNG based now for some reason.
Man, I kind of just miss the days when people played video games for fun.
Yeah, but now we have esports.
The weirdest thing to me is like gaming celebrities. It's just so strange. Like that whole Sonic Fox thing. It's like why are you people idolizing this person? I mean, I understand why from the current year perspective, but that doesn't make it any less annoying.
You're using the current year argument.
Oh god.
I love that response more than anything. You're using current year.
You
Yeah.
use the current year argument.
I
You guys
love
use
it.
it all the time. Why can't I mock it as a result?
Come on, guys. It's
Gaming he
2009.
celebs are figs.
They
not gonna disagree with that at all.
And speaking of figs, I haven't had a fig Newton in a while.
There we
This
go.
is-
That's the only acceptable kind of fig. The only good fig is a fig Newton. There we go. I'm gonna put that on a T-shirt.
See, there's the money. You know what? People have been telling me that they would buy stuff of Claire, like the stickers and stuff like that. Because I had some when I went to AX. I pretty much just
Well, that's
handed them out.
actually pretty cool. I would, I mean, because at least then, unlike what a lot of other people try to sell, I mean, at least that's artwork.
Yeah. Well, the artist that drew it, they didn't like when I had it commissioned. They were like, well, I didn't really give it to you for commercial use, but because I didn't say it, you can. And I was like, no, I'll just I'll print them off for me and my sake, but I won't sell them.
Yeah.
So because obviously it would be like the weird thing to do. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you had like a deal worked out with them or something, or
I would love to get a lot of things made for like people to buy, but I feel weird about that because like I have Funhouse stuff in my house, but it's like they're actively kind of getting worse because I think, in my opinion, Lawrence is kind of like taking over the channel and he's making it weird with all of his like super political takes about everything.
I guess I'm not aware of this. There must be something.
Okay, so Funhouse is they're supposed to be a gaming centric channel.
Oh, boy.
They used to be the guys for Inside Gaming that used to be on Machinima, and now they have Inside Gaming on like their own Inside Gaming channel now. That because Machinima is no longer a thing. So Bruce, one of the guys that started Funhouse, he's taking a good old vacation from it. So it might be forever, it might be for like a year or two. It really just depends. But lately, it seems that Lawrence, who is another member of Funhouse, he kind of talks fast. He's the weeb in their group, so he has to be like super excited about everything that's anime titties. Like it's almost like his it's almost like he's trying to portray a character about like being like this super gamer and he loves anime.
Right.
So it's kind of gets annoying, to be honest, but you know,
I could imagine.
It's fine. But they have merch and stuff like that, so I bought like a good bit of their merch. I think that they're a company or people that I would support, so I buy their stuff. But you know, given that you buy into any of that, it's kind of weird. Like if you come to hate that creator or something like that, then it's now you own like the products of them.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I don't want to sell merch, is because like people will probably come to hate me because they do that a lot.
I mean, I guess if it was to the point where, I guess I would just like, I don't know, if I really felt that strongly, I'd just put it on eBay or something and let people buy it that would want it at that point.
Yeah. Short of clear thing. F you, Joey, is top merch. No, so the thing is that people think I talk about Joey a lot. I really don't. I don't keep up with what he says on Twitter because I don't follow him on Twitter. I've actually muted a couple of people that I just no longer wish to see tweets from. That's all I do. I mute people. I don't block them because what's the point? Because it's just, I don't know. Even as bad as Joey's takes are, every once in a literal blue moon does he ever come out with something that makes sense.
I mean, everybody does at some point, right?
Mm-hmm. Broken clock is right twice a day. And sometimes that's you know, weird because it's only broke one time a day for him. And that's why like the Joey videos, I don't like doing those anyways because he's so predictable. That's the thing about him. He's just really predictable.
There's that whole... I mean, I understand it's just a joke, but there's that whole meme where it's like the worst person you know just made a great point, and it's like yes. I'm always... I would never post that just because from my perspective it's like, yeah, that's kind of normal. I mean, as much as I may not like somebody, that there's still a chance that they're going to say something that actually makes sense. I just wouldn't go to them to get that opinion.
Right. Absolutely. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't really want to focus on... Well, the anime YouTubers are being pretty chill right now. They're not making any stupid videos, and I think I might know why.
I can't see what some of them are doing.
Well, they only put their bad takes out on Twitter.
Yeah, that seems to be the dumping grounds for everybody. The channels have some stuff like peppered in there, but it's like they do it in a way so that it's kind of like gradual, where the people may not, unless you're listening, you know, carefully, people may not even catch on or take it as a focal point of the video.
Yeah, and then of course, you know, Pedantic. So Pedantic is already kind of like outright said that they say like these super hot takes on Twitter to get attention.
Why am I not surprised, considering the basis for their identity is just getting attention?
I mean, attention's cool and all, but have you ever played Girls Frontline? I wish I was sponsored by Girls Frontline.
Right to the company.
One company I wish I could get sponsored by.
I tweeted out one of
just reach out and find out.
Hot takes, and to try and get likes, and I got
to try and get likes.
Yeah, I need those favorites. I need those favorites on my tweets.
At least you're honest, I guess. I mean, I think it's.
I mean, why
to me, the point should not be to get attention. Like, if you have something to say, just say it. Whatever happens as a result of that.
Well, I guess
I'm playing Girls Frontline right now. I guess you're not.
Girls Frontline is. Look, Girls Frontline, I legitimately like the game. It's not really so much as a gacha game, except if you do like the actual gacha element, which is when you go to your dorm.
Is it mobile?
Yeah.
Is it mobile?
Yes. It is
See, that's
mobile.
my issue. Like, there's some games that I want to try, but it's just I can't. I have a hard time bringing myself to try them out on mobile because I just don't. My phone is uncomfortable to use for playing games.
Oh,
I mean, maybe I
I'm
could do
using
like
Nox
BlueStacks
Emulator.
or something.
Yeah, I use Nox Emulator on here, so that way, like, I think Nox is a little bit better, but I would have to try BlueStacks again.
I
just
have,
generally
yeah,
like
I have
this one.
BlueStacks downloaded. The reason I have it is because I want to play Final Fantasy Dimensions on stream eventually. My only issue is trying to get the controls figured out. I guess I could do directional pad on the keyboard and mouse, but it's a little rough. Because I can't, for some reason, they say you can use a controller with BlueStacks, but I can't get one to work.
By the way, yeah, I don't have any more tokens because I used them all when this event went live. I said I'm spending them, and this is where we're at now. I don't know where I put Jill stuff. Here it is. But that's pretty much what's in here. I have some extras here, but I'm just gonna keep them. Where'd my chair go? Yeah, I try to get as much in this game done as I possibly can, but I've actually gotten pretty lucky with just the regular 10 tokens, just by the way.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is I wouldn't put money into anything. Like, anything that's free to play or like, that's a one-time purchase, I would give a shot. If it's optional to buy stuff, that's alright, too. I just probably wouldn't
really
partake
is.
in that aspect.
Yeah, the only thing that you have, like, you don't have to spend money, but the only thing that you can choose to spend money on is the gems, which each month I get, like, a little gems reward card thing.
Yeah. He's just
Because,
trying to
it's
farm
like-
Stella. I'm sure you'll know what that is.
Yeah, I'm trying to farm Stella. Everybody, okay, look, Stella is just not dropping right now. I'm trying to get multiples of Say because I heard that you can get more than one, but I've only gotten one out of the 500 tries I think I have. Hang on, let's find out the exact number.
Damn,
I've
that's a lot
gotten
of
her
high
one
potions.
time out of the 491 attempts.
Wow.
So that's kind of why I gave up hope on that, but I'm just trying to get.
I guess in a way they do incentivize purchases in that regard, but if you could still do the luck element, why not?
I don't have it. Well, I do have echelon. Just not yet. Oh, Lord,
Oh, hey,
that's
Flamenco,
over
thank
90.
you for the host, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I've been leveling up a lot of. There's another.
Not
streamer
that's a big reason why I want to get partnership on here, because I'd like to be able to host other people's streams as well.
That would be fun.
It's a feature
I
that
like
you
hosting
can't
streams.
do. I don't really like to do it on Twitch that much, but I like the way this system works. It's just that it's on DLive, it's put behind the partnership thing. I mean, luckily partnership's not that hard to get. I just didn't put in the effort to work towards it yet. I'm on the way now, though. Well, I have to verify my phone, which apparently I
Rick.
can't do.
Look at
because
this.
I have no service. It's pathetic.
I'm kind of spreading out the love. I have all of them. I have 2 costumes out of like the potential 6, I suppose. Boy, wish I could get more Say because that's why I haven't.
Did you see my
doubled
chat?
it. I have now.
Okay.
The bag boy. Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of tries.
Well, look, I got Say like at 40 tries. When like I first went through this, 40 tries. Now I just can't seem to get one to save my life. You know what? Maybe you guys can tell me what the strat is here.
They changed
Because
this
maybe
boss
I
fight
need to do more.
quite a bit.
So here we're gonna stop that one. We're gonna do so the mission that you have to grind is chicken breast. Take that as you will.
Chicken breasts.
Yeah, it makes sense in the story element, but
All right then.
They went out to go get some groceries. So.
kind of. They went out and they got a bucket of chicken, and I mean that in the not racist way possible.
Oh god. Wasn't there one that kind of sounded like Sonic Boom or something?
Well, this is the thing. So I know there's not like a strat, but I only put out one echelon, just my one contender, and then I go over to this one. Do I need to be doing the other enemy too,
Really?
or do I just do this one little floaty boy right here?
Okay, I need some major healing here.
People really want me to. Okay, not just that one. Okay, only the bean is worth it. Okay, that works for me. I was gonna say if I got if I got that on just this first go, I was gonna. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I should probably, for anybody that's paying attention, and since we have quite a few more viewers now, I'm gonna go. I know there's not much in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and open the little Lino chest there.
Oh, the Lino chest.
Yes, I think it'll work.
You can save
Just right here at the bottom.
resources with 2
Is it gonna
echelons.
work or what? Damn it! Allow the pop-ups. How come it didn't work?
Hang on. Why don't we use just the one?
Oh,
Because,
never mind. It requires 5. It won't let me do it till 5. My bad. We'll get there soon. We're at 3.2. If not tonight, then tomorrow.
The Lino chest. I don't have any. I was like, oh, I have a bunch of these, but
I didn't realize. I thought. I guess the last time I opened it had 11. I thought it was 1 something.
is that what the name of this thing is?
I don't pay attention enough.
Focus fire, deadly. Yeah, so I only use just this one, and just as it's a handgun. That's all I use. And then I just come over here and I destroy the shit out of it.
What is the gameplay like?
It's a quote strategy game, so it kind of has a level of strategy, but you won't really use it until you get to like the much higher part of it.
Okay.
Let's see. So top heli with ATT echelon.
So you just do a level in like 2
Espers are the most oppressed race, by the way.
What?
It's a board game with cute girls and existential dread. It kind of is.
I guess that's
There's-
one way to describe it.
As long as it's not like a Monica Magica.
It's kind of like, so it's weird, and they kind of flesh that out for me a little bit more because there's more story when they show up in this Valhalla event, where they tell you about like the guns themselves, like how they were kind of created. So they are already pre-made with like these like emotional flaws and like these like attention to details kind of thing, which is weird and off-putting, but also just like I guess that's a thing. But it's essentially like after what someone can correct me on this because I don't read the lore for anything. I just see cute gun girls. It's like after World War III or something like that, or there's like humans that were wiped out or something.
Oh, see,
so
I'm okay
that's-
with this already.
So it's pretty much you're destroying a. Oh yeah, and I saw that one video. I think if it's the same video, I have seen it, but I will watch it again.
Humanity was a mistake.
Kind of. But I think that like you, the commander, are like the only human, I think, or something like that. I don't. Like I said, I don't focus on any part of the lore. I just see cute gun girls. Yeah. Look at. See, I'm already wrong. Oh wait. Can I ask a question? Why would you get sponsored or partnered by Twitch? I would never probably get that because I am not a good streamer, as you can tell.
Oh yeah, I would never do Twitch. I have the stupid affiliate status on Twitch, but I just don't care about Twitch enough to even try to go to the next level
You're
on
gonna
that. DLive
Yeah,
is
you gotta-
DLive partnership is different because it's so much easier to get, and I mean, there's actually things you can do. Like the hosting, for instance, is one of the things that I want to do.
Time to move over to Twitch, the Mixer, boys. I am on Mixer.
I'm on there too.
have to say-
I haven't. I probably should have hit the restream thing, but I didn't bother. And I don't know some of the jokes that we made. I don't know how.
I know. It's very particular. So that entire picture is the girls' frontline lore that Netstrew sent to me, and then there's, I guess, if you want to read it in not a meme format, then you can read it in a text format.
I was trying to think maybe that I might just because Twitch has been so stupid lately with all the controversies that I might just go out of my way to try to get banned in a fun way.
Yeah. Well, I subscribe to a couple of different streamers that I just like to support. So
I mean, I
Otherwise,
do
I would
have
go-
the free. I do have a free Amazon Prime subscription that I always kind of forget to give out. But
you should use your Twitch Prime on Necro13.
there you
That's-
go.
I'm just kidding. I think I've gotten paid from Twitch one time.
I got paid from Twitch one time as well, and it took forever.
Yes, did. I should probably just open
I
this
got
video.
paid 0 times.
Now we get to start learning magic. Become a real
I'm kind of
full-fledged.
scared to use Twitch now because the last time I did, I ended up fighting some random dude onto Skype with me and Riskman, and it was weird. It was,
Oh, wait,
it was a
you,
weird
you
time.
you guys pulled in a weird caller?
Yeah, he was Swedish or something. I was playing the first Fallout game, and Riskman was drunk. And,
How did I miss this?
Apparently, yeah, I think you went off to Betty Byland or something.
Yeah, that
And
sounds
he-
like me.
And he stayed
Faust
on,
Oblivion,
Skype with me.
Thanks for the follow.
And for some odd reason, I decided, oh sure, let's put this guy in. I don't know why I decided to do that. I should have just said no, but you know, I also had that big stupid beard at that time, so there wasn't very many good decisions I was making. So,
Well, you were trying to get out of the Amish community. That's tough.
yeah, ironically enough, I was able to shave that thing off pretty decently.
Freedom. That's what I see in the chat. Freedom.
Freedom. Of course, it's getting around to fall again, so I may need the extra hair to survive. You know.
Why don't I have any space? What is this?
No space.
I have
Oh
like,
yeah, speaking of cute girls, you know that Snapchat thing where I turned myself into a girl.
yes.
Oh, the filter that changes your gender.
Yeah, there's a part of me in the back of my mind that kind of wants to commission an artist to turn that into like an anime girl wearing a Soundwave t-shirt.
Oh, no.
Maybe color the hair.
And you're gonna
blue.
turn it into your avatar and make a channel based
Well,
on it.
I may keep my profile, but I think that'd just be funny to make.
I think you should start making videos about logic and reason, and go full skeptic.
I feel, I don't know. I think that time has passed.
No, it's still cool. You can bring it back.
Okay.
Oh no.
We're gonna clear up some space here, buds. We're gonna get rid of some of these.
Yeah, sure. I want to get more Mongoloid. Too.
I think you really took that to heart. You got.
Well, it's the only. That's one of the few videos I got that much interaction from.
He wants to become the girlfriend.
Oh no.
In
In the lesbian relationship.
Well, see, I mean, all you have to do is identify as female, and that's.
As long as my significant other isn't like a.
Wasn't there a ghost here
Twitch
that's supposed to
bot or something.
explain magic to you? Well, are you going to be paying for the Snapchat? That depends.
Got it. The premium Snapchat. Okay, I don't understand this because, like I said, I'm a boomer, so technology is scary. But, like,
Yeah, I don't even
what's
use
the
that.
appeal?
I don't
What's
even
the
use it.
appeal of it?
I don't get it, honestly. So we'd have to ask somebody else that actually uses it, because I don't use it. I don't see the point of using it. That's how I feel about a lot of these platforms. And I mean, I've made various accounts like Stream Me Now and now DLive, Twitch, but even like moving to Twitter was strange at first. So I have a hard time seeing the appeal in that sometimes.
Before I was on Facebook all the time, and then I moved over to Twitter, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot more stuff over here.
Oh,
I can look
Facebook.
at,
That's
at anime boobies on.
Does that really require Twitter? You could just go watch the anime.
Well, I could, but
Yeah, I did. So the one video that I think it was the Rabbit. Yeah, the Rabbit sent me. I watched that guy. I subscribed to him because that's where I get all the good Girls Frontline strats from, the strategies that they have. That's how I found out about the one achievement where you can complete Adolescence EX with like no fighting whatsoever. And I said, oh, that's how I'm gonna farm from now on to get all these these armor fragments. So, hmm. It's not that you're a boomer; it's that you have a brain. This might be true. That's debatable, to be honest. Wait, why am I? So I've gotten an irregular number of subscribers today.
I mean, I'm just overwhelmed by the sheer amount of options for different platforms, and I'd rather just keep it simple and have as few accounts as possible.
And by the way, I do have a Snapchat, and I realized that like the video that I posted on Twitter of my Snapchat, like where I was like aesthetic, I realized that it had absolutely no sound. So rest in peace, that one. I can do it again though. I can recreate it.
Yeah. What made me sad is the Pride Month came back around, and I couldn't find that video that I made where they called Transformers gay, and then I was like, oh no, and then I was looking at all stuff, and everything had Transformers on it. Yeah, I couldn't find that ever again.
Transformers, the allegory.
And then I look into the mirror, and I'm wearing like a Transformer hat and t-shirt and pants on. Oh.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, I was trying to find it, but I think Twitter automatically deleted it as I went through
Really?
the entirety
Do-
of the stuff.
Do you remember any? I mean, you could do Twitter advanced search and see if you could remember maybe the caption or some words that were in the caption. That would be a way to find it. It'd be weird if they just deleted it themselves.
I think I did try that, but no, I went through. I tried to search it, and I went through the entirety of my Twitter, but I think I may have my account set up where it automatically deletes tweets after a while.
Is that a thing that you can do?
I think so.
I was not aware of this. Huh.
Like, I went through everything, and it wouldn't let me go any... Well, shit.
See, I like that I get these 3-star guns. I do. I appreciate it because it gives me cores, but I really just want the one event gun.
Man, I gotta waste all my hard-earned money on stupid things. Oh wait, I
don't know. For many people that are watching me and you, if they're familiar with Girls Frontline, then they're really going to be really just in a state of shock and awe when I tell them about the Girls Frontline booth yet again. Mm-hmm. Because this was the worst part of the entire anime convention at Anime Expo. So they show up, and most of the booths that were there, they had a limited stock of what you could buy per day. So let's say that they brought 1,000 of one item. That means that they would only allot you like 225 or so each day, depending on how they felt. So maybe they like allocated like 300 for one day, and then 200 for the next subsequent days. There was a line every single time I went to the Girls Frontline booth, and I shouldn't have believed the guy when he said, "Come back in 30 minutes." Because they were going to stop the line and then they were going to open it up again. Well, that was a lie. Because that never happened. So every time I was there, the line was full, and there was just no hope I had of getting anything at that booth.
Oh, the legendary Opera House part is coming up.
Legendary?
Yes.
I've heard stories.
The legend has foretold that this day would come.
Legend has foretold of the legendary...
Listen, what other game do you know where there's an octopus at an opera house that's trying to drop an Acme 4-ton weight upon the head of the actress?
Well, I don't know of an opera singing octopus, but I do know of a giant opera singing poop. That was in Conker's Bad Fur Day.
What is your fascination this evening?
Well, unfortunately, seems to be a lot of similarities that I remember with certain. This is not on purpose, I assure you.
I don't know about that one.
I mean, you see a big giant.
I'm getting suspicious, to say the least.
Oh no. Well, it's either shit or Transformers. So.
I could tell you what I'd prefer.
Well,
I think the answer would be pretty easy to guess.
Stories it is, and
no, what?
I ate some weird popcorn, and I was...
God, one twist and turn after another.
All right, dropping that band hammer.
Oh no, not the band hammer. Not again.
Oh god.
Mithril. What is this? Oh, I don't want that. Never mind. But how about
Oh,
a
man,
twisty
these-
headband?
Wait, what did I post? Did someone? Oh, that's right. Because I put gamers, but I censored it out. 'Cause I'm
Ugh.
smart.
It's because gamers are the most dangerous race on the planet.
Yeah, I just that video was just so good. That one comment from my YouTube wasn't the only experience that I had this morning. I think that there was another one. There was another good picture that I think I had posted, and it was from the video about Joey and Yuri on Ice. And this person says, not the biggest fan of the Anime Man, but keep going with these videos hating on Joey for views. You
I
really
can't stand
have-
that stupid argument when it's like you can never reply to a large YouTuber because the only motivation to do it is views.
Well, it's either that or like I'm punching down and abusing smaller channels.
Yeah, right? So which who are you
Yeah.
allowed to respond to? You have to go and like find a channel that has
Find-
the exact amount of subscribers.
Yeah, and then it's just like, oh well, you're just trying to battle with them because you think you're better. it's always something that kind of moves us closer to that. So the last part was, do you really have this much free time to make videos shitting on other people? I don't understand you.
How long do
Um,
they think it really takes to do that?
Well, this is the thing. It doesn't take, I can make a video right now if you guys want. It doesn't take that long, because when you're responding to something that is easily debunkable, then it's very, very easy.
Especially if they repeat the same points over and over throughout the video.
Oh, that's the hint for the next video, the Epic Game Store one.
Oh no. No. I've heard
Yeah.
a lot of bad things about Epic Game Store besides the fact that they're the ones who created Fortnite.
Epic Game Store, or at least this video in particular. Hang on, I gotta like swap it over here. The Epic Game Store video is essentially this guy saying, guys, they did something pro-consumer, but you guys won't look at it that way. It's essentially like the argument boiled down to a very base level. Yeah, if you can find it. Yeah, I saw this video, but I subscribed to this person. But I will use this one probably. Wait, 175 runs to get Stella. Glad you do your time and earn your freedom as I have.
People are really making this whole anti-consumer, pro-consumer thing a little bit too complicated these days.
Communism's the answer, guys.
No, stop that.
We must share all the bread equally.
Let's see what's happening in my recommended.
I heard
A lot of Weather Channel videos because I've been watching Weather Channel videos.
I'm getting like Coast to Coast AM clips, which I'm okay with. We could listen to some weird conspiracies and stuff.
Let's see my history. That's right. I did some of these for the lulz. I looked back at the Fantastic Four official teaser trailer because I was reminded of the fact that the trailer was better than the movie. And it was
That's
great.
pretty sad.
Yeah, people like in the comments. Here, I can put that up here. People in the comments were like, "I was so hyped for this." Yeah, here it is. This was a great trailer. Looked like the superhero version of Interstellar. The movie was horrible, however.
You know, people. You mentioned spoilers way earlier, and it kind of reminded me just now because you mentioned movie trailers. The whole spoiler narrative is a very modern thing because I remember movie trailers back in the day, and you go back and watch some of them now. They showed basically the whole entire plot, sometimes even scenes from the end of the movie. Like there was no real concept of like, oh, I'm being spoiled. I don't know, or maybe there was, but it wasn't for everything, because there were a lot of them out there that just didn't seem to care about that aspect. They wanted to show you like what they thought were key scenes that would make you want to go see the movie.
Yeah, and that's the weird part about it. Like, I don't know. I felt that way when they were doing like The Last of Us, when they were showing off that game, and I was like, oh, this is like you're showing everything. I thought that like they gave away a lot of plot points is my whole thing. So this is one of the videos that I was watching. It was the Weather Channel from the local forecast from July 29th, 1996.
Okay, what happened on that day? What was so special?
Nothing really.
Oh, it was just a sunny day. Okay,
This is
all
regular.
was happy.
Yeah, so I've been watching like all of these videos with like just the Weather Channel because they have like smooth jazz in them. I'm kind of doing it for research, quote unquote research.
I like how the crowd is completely different style of sprite than the characters.
I think it's this one.
Kind of reminds me of a Louise.
Man, I can't find it right. I'm never gonna find the video again. Maybe it's this one.
You know what's weird? The Last of Us, I think, was originally supposed to be a Jax and Dexter game, but then they ended up making it look so real. The stuff looked so realistic. They switched it over to the shit that they made.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
See, I don't know much of the story behind it or anything.
because the development team was like, "Hey, this is starting to kind of look a little bit less like Jax and Dexter and more like something else. Could we just make a different game?" And they're like, "Sure." And I'm like,
I found the video, by the way. It is this from 1997.
I didn't even know people posted old Weather Channel clips to YouTube, or is
Oh,
it
you'd
the
be
actual Weather
surprised.
Channel?
Like it's like the like whatever they recorded on like a VHS.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
It's just re-uploaded. What's funny is that this video has my actual local area in it, so it's kind of funny. Like only in like the sense that like it shows major cities, but not like small cities. It's very aesthetic. That's what I was watching. So that's why I have a lot of Weather Channel videos in my recommended now, because I watch this almost ad nauseum.
Yeah, I was trying to like get into watching other stuff on YouTube because I was sick of the cancerous like destroyed with facts and logic clips and things like that.
Oh my!
And the funny thing is, I didn't watch things like that. It was just that I guess I watched things that they thought were related to that.
Earlier today, my wife was watching the Invader Zim movie that they came out with.
Okay.
The Enter the Forpus. I don't care that much about Invader Zim, so it doesn't bother me any. So. Let's do some Girls Frontline.
half of these shows I wouldn't have known existed if it wasn't for the internet. At first, I thought Rocco's Modern Life was some sort of live-action sitcom, like a Disney-style thing.
No. There's a lot of people that are probably in your chat and in mine that when they saw the Girls Frontline little chibi thing, it's one of the best things I've ever seen. It's so good. I hope this is like the episode I think it is. I would really hope that it is. It is. It's the one where she has the speakers. So the thing that throws me off about Girls Frontline is because in the game they only have the Japanese voices. So they all speak in Japanese, but they came out with this little chibi anime, and it is in Chinese. So it's kind of off-putting a little bit, but
All right,
I don't know.
See. I think I remember this pretty well. I just got to remember the way that this script words the things. All right.
Here, now we can begin. Here. Because it has waifu in it. AR-15.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Everybody knows the AR stands for assault rifle.
That's right. So not in all of this, like in this entire anime, they don't have everything as like chibi, but but it's just like you get to see like the good type of anime like way that they look, and then you get like the chibi ones. It's a trade-off that I'm willing to take.
That
I used to
16-bit
watch
sound.
like, Chinese anime that they would make, and then they eventually brought it over to Japan, and then it was like, okay, that's a thing.
Chinese cartoons.
That's right. Then they are literally Chinese cartoons. God, they might be a weird dictatorship over there. But
Oh wait, what?
I absolutely
I
love
wasn't
this.
paying attention. Damn it! I was looking at the chat and I lost track of time.
I'm very
No,
mesmerized by the fact that there's musical notes coming out of his.
damn it!
Oh, now there's a shower.
All I had to do.
Yeah, there's a shower scene in this one, but it's censored out perfectly because you can't have that in China.
Come on, I need to
where's
fast
this
forward
random-
or something. Ah,
My favorite thing is the "Keep Calm and Carry One" poster in the background. I put that in my Discord. I said, "What do they mean by this?"
What do they mean? What is the deep lore behind?
Yeah, what is the deep lore of this? Because that's some clever marketing.
okay, we're really gonna go. Don't make any more mistakes. Who do you think you are, you bastard? What a dick. Yeah, I already know.
I think what's really funny is, sorry, I'm gonna like break this down as we're watching it, but my favorite part is when she starts playing the music from the speakers. She has her hand on the foregrip of her gun, and as soon as the music plays, it just pops off, and the magazine comes out of her gun.
Oh my god.
I don't know, it's the small things that I noticed, but
Oh.
I don't know. That's just me. That's just my takeaway from it. I love watching this. I love watching this shit.
All right,
I
here we
watch
go.
Bad anime.
That's so goofy.
Yeah, I love watching bad shows. If you couldn't tell.
Is there an
That being
anime version of that? I don't know if it's just a
Uh,
mobile game or if there's a show as well. Or
well, they just started coming out with these chibi ones.
oh, it's like
Like-
shorts or something.
Yeah, just like short, like 3-4 minute things.
Yep. All right, I'm getting confused because of the way this stupid thing is set up. I gotta pay attention to this part.
It's a cute show that has a lot of little hints if you look at it good enough.
Yeah, for me, when it comes to anime, I like the goofy, funny stuff. It's when they get overly serious that I just like no.
This show works out perfectly this way. I don't need my seriousness in with my cute girls.
I don't need my friend. The power of friendship is all I need. Just
Wait a minute, that isn't even the same. Oh boy, this is. I guess I'm not following this
Scratch
correctly.
Point's having a hard time.
Well, forgive me that half the screen is in Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
shit.
That's the thing that throws me off too. It's like because when you post tweets and it's like the Japanese is like everything else besides the tweet, I'm like I would probably never be able to navigate. And I navigate through like Symphogear on my phone. Like that's because I kind of guessed at it at the beginning, but now I'm just so familiar with it. I know where everything is.
Yeah, I mean,
think that would probably take some time if I didn't know the language that well.
yeah, it takes a little time. I'm no expert.
I want
I
more
like
416.
Oh, this
I
is
like
fucking
that little
bullshit.
part where
For
it
some
did, like, a
reason,
close-
the translation on the side is not aligned correctly, so I look like an asshole. I've played this game so many fucking times. I swear, the script is not aligning with the side with the
I
choices.
got you. See, I didn't notice that at first. I see now I'm in form.
Okay, I'm a hero. I'm the darkness. I understand that. Yeah, I get it.
on that anime, I like the part where it just does a close up of their lips and they look really thick. It kind of reminds me of some SpongeBob stuff.
All
That
right.
was I made a Discord thing about that too. I was like, we're gonna.
Alright, I need to like save state
Reminds me of that episode of Fairy Tail
on the
where
first after the
somehow
first
they
two
go-
parts, so I don't have to do it over again. What a
Wait, is
joke!
this a real thing? What is this? I think this is like an April Fool's joke, yeah? Yeah, this is an April Fool's joke that they had. I was like, that would be a... Yeah, it's like a little USB drive. And I assume I assume the thing was like, oh well, it gives you better graphical performance, and all you do is just plug it in. But
That's one part.
I wish that were the case.
From the darkest.
Actually, that
oh,
could
okay.
be.
I see where the choices are now. They put them in parentheses. It's at the bottom of the screen. It wasn't.
We finally got past the language barrier.
Well, no. I think it changes the thing before you get to choose, and then that kind of threw me for a loop there.
Yeah, let's look at dumb things on YouTube, guys, because there's always something special.
Oh yeah, you know that that graphics card you recommended that I got?
Which one?
I think it was the Radeon 570, 4 gigabyte. It was like on sale for $150.
That sounds about the right price point.
So I kind of went for it, and then
How close are you
Well,
to finishing that PC, by the way? How many parts do you have and whatnot?
Ooh, this is the good girls front line. This is the good girls frontline streams you should be watching right here.
But yeah, that PC, the what is it? The motherboard and the CPU cost significantly more than the GPU did. I'd say that much.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because I got.
Well, didn't some of those prices go up for a while because of the whole Bitcoin mining thing?
I think so.
Yeah. But I'm thinking of at some point probably getting a new graphics card.
Have to
because
dance
I
with a
found
ghost.
I found out about this RTX NVIDIA stuff.
Oh my
and,
god, this is terrible.
I can't activate the grass in GTA 5, so I may need a new one. So,
I really thought about downloading the Chinese version of this game because I really want Thunder. That's the one gun in Girls Frontline that I need right now. More than I need Stella, I need Thunder.
Thunder
Whoa.
Thighs.
She has
All right, here we go. The big
she doesn't have
finale.
thunder thighs, but she does have good looking legs. Man, I just need it. You know what, guys? Since we're here on YouTube,
Incoming all the feminists saying this game gives girls unreasonable body standards.
See, I actually know what that says, but the script on the side does not align with that at all.
I actually gotta make a thumbnail. That's gonna be fun.
I think as long as you don't go overboard like Mother's Basement.
You know, that's what I should do, is just add in a bunch of stuff. Wait.
Oh, I had to change the text on this just for you guys because it just went too crazy and out.
Yeah, this part was pretty groundbreaking at the time that it came out. I guess a lot of people these days are not impressed with it, but I still think it's cool. It holds up well.
Man, I really gotta like step it up here. I gotta step it up for the disabled. Man, I miss SPCC. I don't.
You gotta step up for the people who.
I
can't
heard
step.
somebody ask if he called into some clown stream the other night.
Oh my god.
But I don't know. I didn't get any confirmation of whether or not it was him, and I wasn't really paying attention. I just saw it in passing on Twitter.
I wish that
Apparently, Andy's supposed to fight her in a wrestling match. Yeah, it's some girl juggalo. I have no idea what's going on. I haven't gotten the complete story yet. I just saw some things, and it looks like it might be entertaining.
Oh my!
It does sound.
This will be Andy's comeback from whatever.
If it goes the way that it's supposed to, I guess it might be. Since people will just be entertaining,
Okay.
or
This is
want it to be entertaining is what I meant to say. I'm losing my brain cells here at almost 2 a.m.
Okay, we gotta make a thumbnail. We gotta make it somewhat appealing because that's the internet.
Andy fighting that crazy clown bitch. Why? I have no idea. I have no idea. I just saw it on Twitter. I don't know how serious it is. But he was in the chat room last night of that call-in stream, so I don't know what happened. Like I said, I
I'll
didn't
be
watch
right
it.
back. I gotta pee.
Go for it.
Finding the PNGs are hard. Uh-oh. You know what? Hang on, I got an idea.
The survivors of the West are attacking, so that's a problem. The last defenders of Western civilization.
So Necro seems thunder was the tropical, so more grinding from the. Yeah, I know. I hate JPEGs. And see, look at this is how this is the creative process here. If you're wondering, can I use like this one? This one is kind of actually close to what I would want. So I gotta save it. Okay. Great. Yeah, this is how I make thumbnails. If you guys want to know the insider secret,
They're Proud Boys. What the fuck?
it's just this. And then
Yes,
Like,
but then
kinda
why are they
adding
wearing turbans?
there we go. Beautiful. But we need something else to go on with this design.
What are you designing?
It's a thumbnail.
Oh.
Epic.
You know what I can't stand about YouTube thumbnails? The vlogger type people that actually like show themselves on camera, where they have to go and take a photo of themselves making some forced expression and then put the text next to that. It's just the most obnoxious thing. And it's like the narrative accepted way to create a thumbnail on YouTube, and nothing else works. It's like, you have to make your thumbnails this way because it appeals to, you know, the algorithm and the audience. Like, how about no? It looks terrible.
Put crossplay, but I get cosplay instead. Thoughts? Crossplay games.
Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go.
This is a fun thing to try to figure out.
There's a lot of encounters on here. Hopefully they didn't make it too much harder. Looks like they might have. This is not going to be fun.
Here we go. I hate when you search for PNGs and then it gives you this with like the not actual like background. Like it's a background that they give you, but it's like the checkerboard.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a blank background, but it turns out that it's like a checkerboard that you have to remove, but it doesn't remove completely.
I just need an Xbox One controller. Why is it so difficult to find? There's like a million of those everywhere.
I have 4 original Xbox controllers.
This.
I have the one.
But the only reason I have an original Xbox is because it's a hacked one with like 12,000 games on it.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, there's like more on there than you could ever play.
Oh my goodness. Like when, Keemstar bought that custom GameCube that has every single GameCube known to man on it.
Everything?
Everything.
That's interesting.
Like he apparently spent like over thousands of dollars on it or something like that.
Huh. I did not hear about this.
And of course it's like custom to kind of look like with his logo on it. And
Oh, come on. Well, I guess that probably explains the majority of the price. The hacking part itself is usually not too bad.
but it's almost like it wasn't really like a hacked GameCube. It's like it was a GameCube with different components put inside. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea then. Oh,
Motherboard
shit.
or something in there.
Wow, they've really made the timer different on this version of the battle. Oh, shit. I'm actually not going to make it.
Okay, so this is what the video. It's from this guy, the average gamer on YouTube with 7,030 subscribers.
Pricks.
Who kind of shills out for Epic
Come
Games
on, hurry.
Store because he wants to believe it. He has those same thumbnails that you complain about. Too.
Oh, jeez, of course he does.
Oh no.
Like in a way, like this one, his video from a week ago, it's Dauntless. It's him playing Dauntless, but it says Peter Griffin and Herbert plays. And I have not watched the video. I'm sure it's very cringy. I could get some mileage out of it. Let's see. Let's hear what it sounds like.
I love the banner with this PlayStation, Xbox. And...
It will never beat Bunty King's "I'm a Cuck" video.
Oh my god.
This is a 58 view video. That's God here. Let me like increase the volume.
Play is absolutely ruined. Squid dropped. Octopus. I misspecied him, so that's a problem right there.
Wow, this already sounds like it's getting off to a great start. Wow, this gameplay is so funny. Great.
What game is it?
This guy, he's playing Dauntless, but he has like a Peter Griffin soundboard and a Herbert soundboard,
What
and
is Dauntless? Maybe I'm.
It is the very cartoony version of Monster Hunter.
I see.
That's essentially how I can put it to you.
It'll never be as entertaining as those Japanese streamers who have like the 3D model. As the
Are you talking about like the virtual YouTubers or whatever?
Yeah.
This one is it's on the other. This.
Like when they said the quote unquote N word or stuff. And I like the way how one of them said it. Like,
I'm highly entertained. Well, it was kind of like a sing-song voice.
yeah, they kind of just went along with the rhythm of it.
Yeah,
It was so adorable.
That's a good title. The Average Game Store.
Oh.
See, I'm smart. I'm smart.
The average game
Gotta
store.
Put down those tags.
So GameStop. Is
Here,
that-
this is yeah. I mean, well, GameStop is still a better marketplace than the Epic Game Store, which is sad.
But people may go there for games now since Walmart's getting rid of their like violent.
They're just getting rid of
So-
advertisements. They're not actually taking any kind of stand on getting rid of games. I don't really
Well, that
understand the
doesn't help
point of it. It's
GameStop,
stupid,
so-
but
You know. No,
So
we have to
these are
like
how I
so
do
GameStop
these.
can make a revival.
So we're gonna do gaming. We're gonna type in Epic Game Store. We can type in Steam because I talked about Steam. What was the other? I talked about a couple other things. Monopoly.
geez, they managed to turn this
That's
into
gonna be
a real boss fight.
There's a thing in there. There's a joke. There's actually a joke in my video. I know, out of the very serious videos I make, there's actually jokes in this one.
No.
We got to time up with a description here.
Anitube sucks in the text.
Oh, don't do the instant death one. Never works.
Is the pro consumer choice.
Is the crowd throwing things at the octopus? They're throwing things at Ultros?
Oh my goodness.
What is
That-
happening in this battle?
Wow,
That's a weird looking octopus.
He's awesome.
It's like if Barney mutated.
That's one way to put it, I suppose.
But someone kind of is. There we go. So now I have to apparently split this up because it didn't format it right. Thanks. I put in a lot of articles, but I know where the cuts are here.
All
I actually
right.
have to add in. I think I added in all of the things that I talked about in this. I hope I did.
Octo Barney.
Sure.
Bring it out.
You'll hear it from H-Bomber guy.
All right, well, we're getting the airship now, so
We'll set it for Saturday, the 24th
we'll soon have freedom.
at. We'll do it for 10 a.m. because that's about when I wake up some days. Plus, I'll be at work, or I will be going into work, so I have to be up before then. Here, monetization. I don't ever do these. Right, display ads, desktop only.
You have to display an ad at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end.
Oh, so you mean every 2 minutes? Okay,
Yes.
thanks.
Get your value in there.
Wait, do I have to like actually check these? Because I don't check them. I just kind of leave this little thing on.
Setzer knows how to treat hoes. I'll deal with you in a minute. Throws that bitch in the room.
I'm just gonna leave it as it is. I don't feel like check marking any boxes that I'm not sure of.
He's not paying for no premium Snapchats.
Throwing shade, I see. Yes.
She just winked.
Wait, why is this not uploaded yet? What is this? Oh, it's because I'm probably streaming. That's probably why.
Did that guy take away some of her clothes?
No. Well, yes. Technically, he took off the outfit, the play outfit, but I guess she was wearing her regular clothes underneath. Luckily.
But since people are
Otherwise-
here in my stream, I'm gonna play the video for them, so that way they can see it early.
We'll have to scream.
There we
fictional
go.
character.
It's premium
That's what I'm
content.
Yeah, premium content. This is the content that I get paid for, so I have to put out something of actual value. Okay, so the way I have to do this is I have to mute me, you guys, and then I can just open this bad boy up right here. Oh boy, yeah, this is beautiful. All right, let me like turn the volume all the way up, and then I'll just adjust it. So rip your ears if you're listening to this. I'm trying my best.
All right.
I'll watch it with you.
As soon as I get to a position to save, I believe it will be nearly time to wrap this up. And then next time we'll be able to explore. Although I think they take you directly to the Empire at first, so you don't really get to go too far.
Yeah, there's a lot of not jokes in my videos.
I'm relatable and funny.
That's right.
Wow,
That's relatable.
wow, hashtag relatable, guys.
I'm so relatable.
Oh my god.
I've lost complete control.
Haven't we all?
Yeah.
Everybody.
All right.
Super. That's not very epic.
It's not very epic at all.
Speaking of epic, let's get some of that mode 7. From the perspective of my stream, it looks like you guys are laughing at the graphics. Final Fantasy VI purists will not appreciate this.
Oh no, it's not. I'm torn between two streams.
A tale of two streams.
Oh man.
Never let the streams cross.
Oh god.
All right, I've got to a point of saving.
That was the joke.
So I'm gonna
No,
wrap it up.
okay.
I'm gonna wrap things up here. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, do remember to follow the channel. I will.
Open that Lido box so we can get.
Well, I can't open it. I gotta open it tomorrow because I'm not up to 5.
Are you? It says 5.2 on mine.
Oh, it says 4.2 on mine. Maybe it hasn't updated. Let me refresh and try it again. Here we go. What does it say? 5.2. All right. I'm gonna distribute then. Get your points, people. You got 30
what?
seconds. I'll wait till the 30 seconds are up. Actually, you know what? I'll play you guys out. I'll let you guys play out with a song. 'Cause why not? Let's see if I can find something here. We'll play some 80s rock for you. All right, enjoy the Linos. Remember to follow if you're not following. I'm going to be trying to stream on here more often. Hopefully some more video games, some podcasts. We'll see what's going on. Enjoy, guys.
Till